What's going on, guys? Welcome to another live stream. Wasn't planning on going live tonight, but there was people just begging for streaming in the Discord. And you know I'm a man of the people, and I already released a video today, so I figured I'll just push back. I'll push back some videos, do my prediction on Tuesday, do some videos tomorrow, and I figured I'd do a stream tonight instead. But yeah, we can talk about whatever. UFC 286 aftermath, the Colby Covington title shot fiasco, which I just dropped a video on, and whatever else you guys care to discuss. Let me exit out. I already got a million tabs open on my channel. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. But yeah, whatever you guys want to talk about. Apparently I'm getting a lot of hate because people don't watch the full videos, but it gives me pure joy seeing people get upset because they don't listen. But the video is out on the channel if you want to check it out. The real reason Colby Covington is getting an undeserved title shot. And the Colby fanboys are out in full force and they're angry. They're really angry, which gives me pure joy that people get that angry over a person they've never met, they don't know, doesn't know they exist. So make sure you check out that video after this stream. What's going on, guys? What's up, Fries? What's up, JJ Smoke? What's up, Brendan? What's up, Colin? What's up, Zoo York 1300? You think Colby works Leon right? I don't know. I've been debating it back and forth. Colby is relentless in the fact that he won't do what Usman did. He won't do what Usman did. He won't strike with Leon. He will literally just shoot for 40 takedowns at a time. Well, not 40 takedowns at a time. That's not possible. 40 takedowns around. And he doesn't care if he doesn't get it. So he will do what he needs to do to force Leon. He'll basically pull the Marab effect. And I like how someone said, as soon as I said that, you said that in the chat. It's delayed, so it's not going to seem like that. But yeah, the Marab effect. Colby is relentless and relentless and relentless and relentless. And honestly, right now, I'm leaning Colby. And also, Colby's very active when he is striking because it helps him set up the takedowns. And Leon's kind of, there's no sense of urgency from Leon ever. You know, he could have easily lost the Usman fight. And I know he didn't, so we're not talking about it. But had Leon been a bit more active, it wouldn't even been up for debate. It would not have even been up for debate. So I love watching people get upset over what I talk about. I'm right with you, my friend. Yeah, my goal is never like, oh, hey, I'm making this video purposely to piss people off. But there's certain videos I'm like, oh, this is definitely going to rile some feathers. And it's just the most sensitive people are like the cult-like fan bases. And there's a bit of a cult-like following for Colby. There's a bit of a cult-like following for Conor. Well, there's definitely a cult-like following for Conor. Cult-like following for Habib. So on and so forth. And people just get bent out of shape. And I got a lot of people already just complaining and getting mad. And it is what it is. But I just find it funny because people get mad over an opinion that doesn't go into a favor of a person they've never met. Which is what I find particularly funny, in my opinion. Haven't watched your Colby video yet? Fair enough. You'll watch it after this stream. It's weird. You guys don't realize it because you can't see nothing different. I've changed the room around a bit. I'd had a shelf up here that I just never really wanted there. That just used to be here. And I'm going to put some soundproofing up there. And I took it down earlier today. And it just feels so weird. It feels like the room's like 20 times bigger now. So, yeah. Weird though. But what's up, Into Thin Air? Thank you for joining me. Guys, if you can do me a favor, like the stream if you have not already. I would really appreciate it if you guys could like the stream. Let me open this in a separate tab. I want this desk here. That was sick. Okay, where am I at? All right, hold on one second. Let me mute this. Let me X out of this. Sorry, guys. Just making sure I have everything set up properly. Why does my thumbnail look weird? Okay, now it doesn't look weird, so hopefully it's good. Okay, what were you guys asking? Do you sleep in that room? No. This is my extra room, my office, I just call it. My office. Dude, this is not my bedroom at all. I mean, where would I sleep? I mean, there's just empty behind me. Where am I sleeping at? You can see most of the room here. You just can't see like this section over here. But no, I do not sleep in this room. And you cannot sleep in this room, Derek. I got a lot of empty rooms in my house, okay? And I don't want anybody sleeping in them. Thanks, bro. You're welcome, Derek. You think Colby works Leon? I already answered that. Do you prefer round-by-round scoring or scoring fights as a whole, and why? I don't know. I guess I just like it round by round because that's what I'm used to. But I just don't like change. So I think I might like it better scoring the fight as a whole, but it's hard. Saw your Colby video, and I agree with all of it. However, I still think the UFC made a deal to help Masvidal if Colby takes him to jail. 5 losses and investment. Yeah, Colby's never taken Jorge to jail. It's always going to be a settlement where Jorge pays him. So that's why I'm not too much on that theory. I think it could be potentially, help ease tensions, but I don't think it's like, oh, the UFC's keeping Masvidal out of jail. I think that's a bit delusional. Masvidal ain't going to jail for a single punch. He just ain't. It just ain't happening at all. But maybe. You never know. I'm just getting worried about the King layoff, the long layoff for Colby and getting older. I hope Colby doesn't win. I want Leon to win, to be honest. I want Leon to win. I don't want Colby to win. He's annoying. Why should he be rewarded for sitting out for so long? And, Oh, Archie, thank you for the $2 super chat. All fighters see Leon as easy work. I agree with them. I think a lot of people are looking at the top of the division as they have a little bit better chance now of winning the belt. I think Kamaru made a massive mistake. I think he thought he was winning, and he wasn't. He didn't do what he needed to do. And Leon had a much better game plan. I think they just looked at the last fight and said, oh, we got this, no problem. And they didn't change much. I would have been prepared for a Leon that's going to move much more, leg kick much more, and, that's what Leon did. I wish I would have made my video. I talked about doing my video. I talked about it on stream countless times, but the game plan going in of what Leon needed to do to win this fight was exactly spot on. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on Colby Bilal gets rewarded by fighting Shavkat. Exactly. But yeah, thank you, Archie, for the $2 super chat. What's up? Let's go. Cheeto about to put Sandhagen in a Boston Crab. You heard it here first. That would be nuts. He backs up too much, but Leon might be too big for him. He made Usman look small in the last fight, and Usman made him look small. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know who I'm leaning Colby right now because he's just relentless in the Marab approach. And Leon's just, there's no sense of urgency from Leon ever. Ever. Even in the Kamaru Usman fight we just saw, people are acting like it was some kind of masterclass. It was uninspired. It was underwhelming from both guys. And it was like a Carlos Condit performance that Condit used to get a lot of shit for. It was an Adesanya-esque performance. A little bit different, but it was an Adesanya leg kick performance. I don't mind it all that much, but, I'm just shocked. I think it's because people really dislike Kamaru. They're just happy that Kamaru lost regardless of how he lost, but it wasn't a super impressive performance. I get it, beating Kamaru was impressive in itself, but I don't think it was a particularly super impressive performance. You should let your beard grow out fully. I've tried to grow it out more and more, but it just gets too itchy, but maybe. You do YouTube full-time? No. Pull-out bed, air bed? Okay, no. This is not my bedroom. This is not my bedroom. My bedroom is much larger than this right here. This is just an extra room in my house. You demand, Joey? Thank you. Thank you. How'd you score rounds for Herbert versus Klein? I don't remember which rounds I gave what. I think I scored it 1-1 and then a 9-9 round, I think. But I don't remember which rounds were what anymore. As a whole, was way more subjective. That is very true. Yeah. I think Cory's going to demolish Cheeto this weekend. Might even be a 50-45. It's very possible. But Cheeto does have nasty finishing ability. So we'll see. It's going to get interesting for sure. It's going to get very, very interesting for sure. I look forward to it. What's good, Stylebender? What's going on? Now, YouTube just scrolled all the way down. You're right. Leon has no sense of urgency. Yes. I think I read that already. Does Leon pass Islam and Volk on the pound-for-pound list after beating pound-for-pound king twice in a row? I think not. I don't think he should. How would you handle Jorge as a celly, Joey? I put him in the Boston Crab, show him what's what on day one. What's good? What's going on? 4-1 Leon. I think that's a little bit of a stretch. I'm going with Cheeto heavy in this fight. It's going to be tough, but I do believe he can time Sandhagen coming in and follow up early. We'll see. We'll see. It's going to be a very interesting fight. I got to do my prediction. I wish I just had enough time. I wanted to do 3 videos today, to be honest, and I just didn't. I just got one done, and now I'm doing a stream. I was going to do another one, but then I was just sitting here, and I was like, my other video that I'm going to do is my top 3 takeaways from UFC 286, which I already kind of have tentatively, but then I was like, I'm sitting here kind of mulling over the video, and then I was like, I'll just jump on stream because I've already wasted a half hour just sitting here. But that's just the way it is, I guess. That's the way it is sometimes. But yeah, at least expect 1 video out tomorrow, but I hopefully 2 videos. I want to have top 3 takeaways and was Usman robbed at UFC 286. UFC 286. I had a hiccup in the middle of that sentence. Which I think there is a case to be made for that. Even though people are going to say, you're ridiculous. So who do you think Colby beats Leon easily? Yeah. I mean, I didn't know that, but I'm sure Cejudo picked Usman too. They got Cheeto as an underdog. Okay. Might as well, even if he's in jail, he can get pardoned. That's why he's more campaigned like a congressman? Yeah, probably. Maybe. Dude, the altitude was a huge factor. Fight 1 with Leon and Kamaru. I don't think so. I don't think so. And fight 1 wasn't at altitude. You're talking about the second fight, but I don't think it was a huge factor. I think it was very minimal. I think Leon just made adjustments from the second fight, and he just performed poorly in the second fight. So, but agree to disagree on that one. We've gone over that one ad nauseum. Boston Crab, yeah, okay. Thoughts on people saying Delize and Fiziev should have won? Delusional. I think Vettori and Gaethje clearly won. Colby's just a monster. He will not stop. Yeah, he doesn't care. He does not care. Your new thumbnail kind of distracted me. I think you should do an old one. I mean, this is one I've used before. It came up a little bit weird. It came up a little bit weird on my end, so maybe it came up weird on your end. All it is a picture of me. For some reason, when I go to my home screen, it shows as a banner. I don't know why it's showing up like that. It's annoying. But maybe that's what it showed up on your end for. But it should be just a picture of me. I don't know why it's not showing up properly. Yeah, it's still not showing up properly on my end. It's so annoying. Very, very annoying. I think they pretended that Bilal and Shavkat fight is done. Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, it's not. I don't even think they've approached either one of them about it. I think Covington beats Leon. Fair enough. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Absolutely would not surprise me at all. And that's what's unfortunate. So Leon gets rewarded. As soon as Leon won, I knew Colby was licking his lips praying Leon held onto that belt. So my question is, if Usman would have won yesterday, would have Colby still got a third shot at Usman? I want British fighters to fail. No. If fighter loses via Boston Crab, should they retire? Without a doubt, retire. If you lose via Boston Crab, for sure. It's going to be weird to see Kamaru headlining a fight night or having a 3-round fight on a pay-per-view main card because there's no way they use Usman as a main event. That is going to be weird. I didn't think of that. That is a weird thought. My guess is they'll have him as like a co-main event of a pay-per-view card. That's what I would guess. Can Bilal refuse Shavkat and try to fight Usman? I'm sure he could, but was it going to work out for him? Then they just have more ammo. I understand that Bilal is getting robbed of a title shot. The hard truth is he doesn't sell pay-per-views, which is pretty much all Dana, the promoter, cares about. Very true. Gaethje really surprised me, man. I should have not counted him out as much as I did. I told you guys, even though I picked Fiziev, I told you guys don't count Gaethje out at all. Fiziev versus Gamrot. Fiziev versus Turner. I've told you guys that's the fight I want to say. What do you think of Usman versus Jeff Neal next? I thought of that too. I don't know. If it was up to me, I still want Usman Shavkat. I want Usman Shavkat bad. Not Shavkat. Usman Hamzat bad. Or Usman Shavkat. But I think the Neal fight makes a lot of sense. But Neal's getting out grappled. Unless Usman's completely fallen off a cliff, Neal's getting out grappled. Colby given a title shot, any pending suits against... Nah, I don't necessarily think that's the case. They're going to settle regardless. Bisping was crazy post-fight talk. He behaved like a crazy person. He's so calm in his podcast. I didn't see his post-fight. Joe, you going to stream one on the 24th? What? Oh, one. I'm seeing what you're saying. Maybe. I haven't decided yet. Remind me. Ask me in a follow-up stream. Or ask me in the Discord. I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet, really. But I usually try to stream one championship if I can. If I can. They want Bilal to lose for sure. Leon was not... Bilal's the new Leon. Bilal's the new Leon. Leon was not bad in the clinch and cage side. It would be like Jorge, who couldn't wrestle for his life. No, they knew Leon would win because the injury. Leon team probably got leaked. Usman was really injured. That's also another thing that you can take into account. It's possible. People are forgetting Leon's enormous. If Masvidal can defend against Colby, Leon can. Well, Masvidal didn't do a very good job defending. Bilal beat Sean Brady. Yeah, he also beat Vicente Luque and Wonderboy Thompson, which were all solid wins. It's crazy Bilal and Leon fought already. We didn't get to see it play out. I think that's also working against Bilal because it looked like he was getting ready to get murked by Leon in that fight. Leon was actually aggressive. That's the only time I've ever seen Leon aggressive. Ever. Leon did not beat 2 top 5 and 2 top 10 fighters. Who said he did? Leon got screwed because people kept turning down fights with him. Colby's turned down a fight with Leon before and said he don't want to fight Leon. Leon's nobody. Would you pay extra money for ESPN Plus if they offered no commentary streams for pay-per-views? Yes. 100%. 100%. Shavkat would work Marty at the moment. I don't know. It'd be interesting. Have you ever slept mattress that is just on the floor? No, I would not. This is amazing. I didn't think you would stream tonight. I didn't think I was going to either, but I decided to jump on. And here I am, my friend. I hate that Chimaev isn't fighting at 170 again because he should be their favorite against every single welterweight, but he screwed himself in the Diaz build-up. Yeah, I'd like to see, if it was up to me, the Hamzat-Leon story is still a story that needs to be told. They were booked to fight 3 times, and it did not happen. Book it now. Book it now. Book it now. I would love if Colby got screwed out of a title shot by Hamzat. And I mean, seriously, is Leon versus Hamzat not much more compelling than Leon versus Colby? I really don't think Colby's the star people think he is. I really don't. People act like he's this massive star. I don't think people care about Colby all that much. I mean, he definitely has somewhat of a following, but it's not crazy by any means. Bilal versus Shavkat and Usman versus Wonderboy, why not? Yeah, I seen Wonderboy said he would take the Usman fight online, but I find that hard to believe. Dude would get absolutely ragdolled by Usman. Usman blew it. He had one-dimensional striking, hasn't improved. 0 submissions in his wrestling is no bueno. It feels like he barely improved over the years. I just think it's crazy to me he wasn't more It was almost like he was trying to find a knockout shot the whole fight, almost, that never came. Neal has better takedown defense than Leon, in my opinion. I don't think so. Why did you title the video Colby? Why did you title the Colby video White Privilege instead of Dana White Privilege? I didn't title it anything. I titled it Why is Colby, the real reason Colby Covington is getting an undeserved title shot. That is the title of the video. But it is what it is. I title and thumbnail videos in a capacity that represent what I'm talking about and make people want to click on those videos, and those videos then deliver on the title and thumbnail. That is my end goal. Gaethje mentioned his last fight against Olives and said he would love to rematch him. How do you think that match would go? And would you like to see that fight happen? Would Justin avoid a quick sub? I mean, Justin can definitely win that fight, but if it ends up on the ground at all, he's done for. Done for, just like we saw in the last fight. Just like we saw in the last fight. Imagine if Justin mixes up his game with takedowns. It's never going to happen. But people kept talking about it, so he did it against Fiziev one time. Damn, the new Bilal reference was spot on. Bilal, the new Leon, so I expect a title shot in 8 years. Yeah. Bilal's really the new Leon. I find it funny that Colby jumps the line over Bilal. This only happens if he's got some leverage. Yeah, he was willing to save the card. Bilal Muhammad turned down Gilbert Burns. Maybe. UFC 292, September 16th. Already not going to happen because Conor is not in the testing pool yet. But that'd be awesome. Usman Duplessis is the dumbest matchup I've ever heard. Usman's not fighting at middleweight. It should be Khamzat versus Leon because if we're being honest, that's the best fight at 170 by far. Agreed 100%. Khamzat for middleweight championship next. Okay, we'll see. Colby's a star. He's not a star. And he's not a massive draw either. He's headlined one pay-per-view without Usman. Why hasn't Colby been headlining pay-per-views then? If he's such a big star. That's my question. He's headlined one pay-per-view without the belt on the line. So that's a little bit weird to me. The only reason we care about Colby is he was MIA for 1 year in hiding. I know. For sure. Dustin said he is down for Justin. I hope they rebook it. Justin will probably sprawl and brawl. He got overzealous when he got knocked down by Charles. Yeah, he got into a brawl with Charles, which isn't a good idea. Fiziev's face looked battered and daunting, and Justin didn't have a mark. I know Justin's a robot. I think he's a robot. Dude looked like he didn't have nothing. Nothing. Let me see if I can do something really quick. It's pissing me off that my thumbnail isn't showing up right. Isn't showing up right at all. Let's see if it shows up right now. Nope. Still showing up wrong. Oh, well. Guys, if you could do me a favor and like the stream. We got 80-some people in here. We got 25 likes. If you guys like the stream, it helps promote it in the algorithm. We get more people in here. I want to start consistently getting over 100. That's a goal of mine. We get pretty close every stream, but sometimes we get over, sometimes we don't. I want to consistently get there. If you guys like the stream, it would help. Who would you have in Poirier Gaethje rematch? Probably Poirier. Poirier's just so clean with his striking. Ilya versus Evloev for the 429 main event. If this happened, would you be okay? I would absolutely love it. Ilya versus Evloev is like a title fight for me, honestly, at featherweight. As crazy as that sounds. To be fair, how many fighters headline a pay-per-view that aren't champions? Ones that are stars. Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor, John Jones would. Non-title holders that are pay-per-view that are stars will headline pay-per-views without titles. But that's not Colby. I mean, to call the man a star, but he's not headlining a pay-per-view or anything. I mean, seriously. And even I remember when he headlined against Robbie Lawler, it got terrible TV ratings. I think when he headlined against Woodley, I don't remember if that was on ESPN or not. So I might be wrong. So I'm not even going to say that one. His videos get 2 to 3 times more views than anyone else. He's a draw if you like it or not. Yeah, because views online on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube determine people buying pay-per-views. I guess that's exactly why Power Slap is regulated to Rumble. Yeah, I'm sure. That makes a lot of sense. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Views on Instagram and social media automatically means people are willing to shell out $80 to watch you fight. Good one. Good one. He's a draw. That's the dumbest thing that people say all the time about different fighters. Oh, they're not a draw. Look at these views on Instagram. Look at these views on Instagram. Yeah. If Instagram views were indicative of pay-per-view drawing power, I guess Power Slap would be generating millions of pay-per-view buys. But guess what? They're over at Rumble, which I don't know if you even know what that is because I didn't know what it was until 2 weeks ago. How mad would you be if Masvidal gets a title shot and a fluky win over Burns? I'd be disgusted. I'd be absolutely disgusted. Bigger star Conor or any Diaz brother Conor? Exclusively on Rumble. You probably already answered this, but you think Stipe Jones is even a competitive fight? I think it'll be competitive, but I think Jones will win. I think Jones will win. And it'll be pretty dominant. Joey, do you agree with these rematches need to stop happening? Leon should have fought another contender, not Usman. No, that needed to be a rematch. I think I am here. I am talking to myself and answering. Is that an issue? I don't think it's an issue. Dude's been in witness protection. That is true. Leon can drop Colby for sure. Who would you book Usman against next? I'd probably book him. You know what's funny? If it's up to me, I'm booking him against Hamzat or Shavkat. That's the most compelling fights. If neither one of those guys are getting a title shot, I'd love that. Even do Usman versus Bilal. If they're so desperate to get rid of Bilal, do Usman versus Bilal. What is your prediction between a possible matchup? Okay, read that. If Usman will not fight at 185, then he said he wants to belt again. No way he's getting a welterweight shot anytime soon. Dude, he could go out there and KO Shavkat and get another title shot, I think. But you're right. He's probably not getting one soon. But he's not getting one soon at middleweight either. I think, okay, read that. Colby doesn't deserve a title shot. His act is stale. He fumbled his stupid little Wayne joke during the presser. Real G's move in silence like lasagna. So cringe. Colby's always been cringe. That's his whole thing. His whole personality's fake. That's why I don't really watch his interviews. For me, it's an awkward act. So yeah, it's an awkward act that I'm not a big fan of at all. I've always told you guys I'm not a fan of that cringy act. But for some reason, some people just gobble it up. Whoop, whoop, whoop. They just love it. They just love Colby's little... I don't even know if you call it a persona because it's worse than like soap opera acting. Who would win? Would Josh Emmett versus Giga make sense? Yeah, I think it makes sense. Colby versus Masvidal headlining a non-title fight. I know. I said it was the one time. And who was the draw there? It was Masvidal, not Colby. That was what I said. He's headlined one fight without a title. So you're just regurgitating what I said. The reason one guy put Duplessis versus Usman in the chat is because Guru put out a video of fights to make it 286, and that's what Guru said. That's a dumb matchup. That's a horrible matchup. Nobody wants to see that. That's never going to get made in a million years. And there's so many better fights than that. I can't believe. I mean, if somebody wants it, fine. I mean, that's not even compelling. Who even wants to see that? Exclusively on Rumble. Colby only getting views this week because he was hiding for 1 year to pretend to have brain damage. Exactly. That is true. Yeah, Colby's cringe. Yeah, half the time he doesn't even know what he's saying. He doesn't even know what he's saying. After Stipe, who's next for Jones? Probably Pavlovich or the winner of Curtis Blades versus Curtis Blades is fighting Sergey, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. That's in April, right? Yes, April 22nd. Okay. Yeah, the winner of that fight should be next. How can you not finish Masvidal in a 5-round fight? You definitely a bum. Fair enough. What path, according to you, would have been fair for Colby getting a title shot? I would have said one more fight with either Bilal or Burns. If he beat Bilal or Khamzat Chimaev, he could have got a title shot. Just because of that would have been a guy who was on a hot streak and he took a guy out, like Khamzat. Do you think Colby got paid for showing up to weigh-in? For sure. Usman versus Bilal is the fight. Oh my God, talk about cringy presser. Colby Khamzat would have been so fun. I know. That was the fight to make. I'm disgusted that fight didn't get made. Is that an actual fact? Colby's been in witness protection as he's been hidden until this weekend? No, that's just a line I made up a year ago, and for some reason, all of a sudden, it just started regurgitating out everywhere. I swear I started that. I was the first person to say that. And it just started going everywhere for some reason. I guess everyone started regurgitating, then people started regurgitating in different places. But no, it's not a fact, but it seems like it. It seems like it. People are so pissed they would love to see Colby getting KO'd. That's how maybe the UFC wants to sell those pay-per-views. Maybe. Is Dana just faking it until he makes it with power slap success? It'll never be successful, and he'll lie about its success. And if it outright, what he'll do is he'll lie about its success and then sell it off to another power slap and claim that he made money when he didn't. Or if it completely fails, he'll just blame the media and say it's the media's fault that it failed, not his. I wish Colby would dial down the corny lines and be more real. The corny lines are horrible. He doesn't, half the time he can't even say them. Let's put the question, is Bilal getting punched because of the origin and that flag that was banned from the UFC? I don't even know what that question means. What do you make of Colby getting the title shot? Thoughts just came in. Doesn't make any sense at all. Makes no sense at all. Shouldn't be happening. Disturbing. But it is what it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's an interesting fight, but you shouldn't be rewarded. You know, there's the same people applauding Colby getting a title shot are the same people saying, good riddance, Ngannou. He was inactive. When it wasn't even really his fault that he was inactive. Meanwhile, Colby's sitting out, turning down fights, and they're happy as hell. Colby's badass on the mic. That's funny. Any idea where UFC 289 in June is going to be? It's going to be in Canada, is my guess. Colby got paid $25K, maybe. I don't know. He probably got paid more than that. Imagine if Chimaev smashed Leon back when they were scheduled to fight before we found out he was championship material. That would have been crazy. Dana's getting more cringe at the pressers. Did anyone see the clip where someone asked him about Anderson Silva and he answers for like 6 seconds? So yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's about time he got in. And then someone asked him about power slap and he went on a 2-minute spiel about power slap and thanked the guy for asking him about it. Usman versus Duplessis, horrible matchup. Usman would wreck him badly too. 25K, that's chump change. Would never agree to that. I think it's probably more. Why do you think Colby is not #1 contender, but on the flip side, the winner of Burns Masvidal is? It doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense. Is there anywhere where you can see a top 10 has changed over time, like progression of lightweight top 10 from 2021 to 2022? You can look up UFC rankings. There's a website where you can look at what time you can enter different time periods and see what the rankings were. Bilal is boring AF, his fighting style and his persona. Thoughts? I mean, his fighting style isn't boring, but his persona is corny. It's kind of like how Chael got a title shot too. I mentioned that in my recent video. I go in depth about that and how he got it. Colby Covington just gets title shots with his mouth. That is the way. He gets title shots with his mouth. One way or another. Justin Gaethje's a beast that he is. Bilal Palestine flag got banned in the UFC. I think him promoting that flag is not helping him. Maybe. Do you know where in Canada in 289 will be? What was it? I believe it will be. Let me take a look. It will be in. I forgot. I think it was Vancouver that I heard. Vancouver, Canada, I believe. I'm not 100% confident though. But I saw somewhere. I think it'll be in Vancouver. Okay. Back to the questions. Guys, keep filling the chat with questions. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Where was I at? It was something about 289. Bilal versus Shavkat. Yeah, that's a fun fight too. Don't get me wrong. Edwards calling for the Masvidal fight. Embarrassing. Edwards embarrassed himself with that. You think Justin Dustin is the fight to make? I think it's the fight that will get made. And I like it. Colby's one of the best welterweights. Don't forget that. Yeah, that's irrelevant, though. He's been sitting out. I never watched UFC at Chael time. Was he a big name? He was much bigger than Colby, for sure. The only person that ate money using... Okay. I believe Vancouver or Edmonton. Yeah, I think it'll be Vancouver. Is Bilal the only person in the top 5 Islam could beat? I'll say yes. Does Justin need one more win to get another title shot? Probably. He's sick in that 12 pounds of gold. He's... I don't know what that word is. Yes, I live in North Vancouver. Yeah, I think it's in Vancouver. I remember seeing something somewhere that was going to be in Vancouver. Per sources. Not to mention likes should be doubled right now. Exactly. Yeah, run up the likes. Run up the likes on the stream. Help me out. The Colby video is doing pretty good though, even though people are like pissed about it because they don't watch the video. People are livid about it, but it's doing pretty good. It's about to have it has over 1,000 views just about. It's getting there. So I'm happy with that. And it was a good, solid video as well. I didn't want it to be 22 minutes. My videos have just been getting longer and longer. 22 minutes, 32 minutes, 17 minutes, 17 minutes, 14, 19, 22, 17, 30, 20. Yeah, what's the shortest video I've had? When's the last time I had a video under 10 minutes for real? It looks like it has been a while. That's just the way it goes, I guess. I don't know. How does Bilal beat Shavkat? I don't think he does. He would have to hold him up against the fence and just dirty boxing. People say Colby won both Usman fights are hilarious. Usman clearly won the first fight. Colby got a draw at most in the second. Usman finished Colby in the first fight, so. Yeah. I still don't understand why the UFC don't give Bilal a title shot in Dubai. He is 100% Arab, and the Arabs make business with the UFC. It's because Bilal isn't popular. That's why. We don't live in a world where people get what they deserve. That's just the way it is. That is just truly the way it is. I like them long, the videos. Yeah, pause. Don't forget there was times Chael's father didn't make over 100K. Okay. I will not forget it. A lot of people forget Colby doesn't cut much weight. He's almost fighting at his natural weight class. I think that's a little overhyped, but yeah, I know what you're saying. How is Islam more promoted than Bilal in the Middle East? I think it's just they hate Bilal. Chael was great on the mic versus Colby, who was cringe. Yeah, Chael was a little bit cringy at times, but nowhere near. Like, he was actually fun to listen to. You break those videos to 10 minutes and continue the topic on another, you'll double revenue and views. Yeah, I just don't like doing that. Yeah. But I know what you mean. But my priority is not views and revenue. My priority is good content, and views and revenue will come, but I do appreciate the advice. At the end of the day, my priority is quality content. That's the only priority. I don't care about the revenue. I don't care about the views. Obviously, I care in per se, but that's not the motivation behind it. My motivation when I make a video is it informative? Is it worth watching? And do I think someone else will enjoy hearing it and want to come back and watch other videos? That is my goal. You know, it's not like I'm sit out here. It's not like I'm out here, panhandling, to survive. So, but I believe it's one of those things where you keep that going, you keep that going, you keep that going, and you just slowly build and build and build and build, and you build a really good foundation of people who know. Like, I want people to, when they see my channel, I've talked about this before, I want them to know that it's a reliable source of information. If I'm saying something, they ain't got to go check somewhere else and be like, is this true or not? So, Nat Chael was way funnier than Colby. I don't like Chael very much nowadays, but then when he was beefing with Anderson and John, I was like, he was like a love to hate guy. Yeah, he was pretty funny. It's ironic that Colby fans call Bilal boring when they have the same style. I know. Bilal had a more exciting performance in his last fight than Colby's ever had. Last video under 10 minutes was Roman Marvin Tory announcement 3 months ago. How'd you know that, bro? You've been really keeping track, huh? I appreciate it. Bigger upset. Colby beating Leon or Shavkat losing to Bilal? Shavkat losing to Bilal. Shavkat versus Bilal and Leon versus Colby for 291. Then have the winner both in Abu Dhabi. Sign me up. Colby might win the title and literally retire. Or he's going to start begging for Nick Diaz or something. That's what I see going on. It sucks. Appreciate you, my friend. Somebody tweeted me something nice. That was sweet, man. Colby cuts 18-20. Who knows? Who knows if he's telling the truth, though? Did Gaethje fight an amazing fight, or did Fiziev fight a bad fight? Gaethje just fought a little bit better fight. Watching Orange is the New Black right now is so cringe, but there's nothing else good to watch. Watch The Last of Us. Watch Mr. Robot. There's 4 seasons. Watch True Detective Season 1. All better than that. All better than that. I've never seen that show. I don't really watch. I'm kind of a hipster in the respect where if the masses are hyping up a show, it's usually terrible. It's usually going to end up being terrible, in my opinion. Are there arguments to believe that Fiziev won 29-28, or am I just crazy? I don't think there is. I think Gaethje clearly won round 2 and 3. And especially round 3. I seen somebody saying that. Somebody posted a tweet in the Discord or something. Yeah, Fiziev definitely won round 3. I think that was the most definitive round for anyone in the whole fight. You still bet on fights? Not really. I don't ever really bet on fights. I just bet with free money, but occasionally I do a little parlay here and there. I always do like crazy parlays and just lose money for fun. Lose free money for fun. Lamau the thumbnail white privilege, and it was true too. And I back it up in the video and I prove it. So somebody can come at me. Somebody can come at me. They don't like the thumbnail. They don't like the video. Come at me. I will always stand behind my arguments with logic. So, who would be Khabib's toughest matchup at 155 if he was still fighting? I think he would beat everyone. But if I had to pick someone, I would say Beneil Dariush. I still never saw Breaking Bad because it was too hyped up. It wasn't bad. It wasn't. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't like crazy good. Go watch if MMA if not if MMA if Mr. Robot is too complex for you, it shouldn't be. If you keep watching, it's not that complex. But go watch True Detective Season 1 on HBO and thank me later. True Detective Season 1. That's all you need to watch. True Detective Season 1. Am I the only one that feels like Armin versus Muay Conor is underwhelming matchmaking? That's not 100% official yet. That was getting reposted by a bunch of bullshit Instagram accounts, but it may come to fruition. I think it may come to fruition, but it's just kind of bullshit right now, in my opinion. Considering he's a 35-year-old with a history of knee injuries, a long wrestling career, and 25 pro fights into his MMA career, I say he peaked a few years ago and has been falling off ever since. Who are you talking about? I'm assuming Kamaru. Do I think Usman will ever be champ again? Probably not. It's going to be... I mean, he's going to have to win a fight and then get a title shot off one fight and then win that fight. I mean, he can definitely get another shot. Marab is way more exciting version of Colby and Guru, and everyone call him boring. That's crazy. I mean, I don't think Marab or Colby are boring, but I have mentioned the fact that people like to say the Dagestanis are boring and this and that, but then they nut hug Colby and Bryce Mitchell. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. I've already pointed it out in multiple videos. There's a reason the fan base is like that. And if people can't accept that that's true, then I don't know. Is The Last of Us good? It was amazing. Watching Usman lose reminds me of Woodley. Dude, he dominated Woodley. Joey, how do you spend your day? What do you mean? Like my free time, or gonna have to be specific? Today, I just ran some errands, visited my grandmother, and came home and started working on YouTube stuff. I still never saw Breaking Bad because it was too hyped up. You should watch it one day, but it's not like as crazy as people make it out to be. I made over 200 on the 286 card. Good. Good for you. Is there an argument for Zeev won round 2? I feel like it was pretty clear for Gaethje when I watched it live. I mean, I only watched it live, but I don't think so. Dricus Duplessis is the new Mike Perry. Okay. I won 100 on Gaethje as a 2-1 dog. 50 bet is about as big as I ever bet. Anytime you get 2-1 on someone like Gaethje, you got to take it. That is true. I told you guys, I thought Gaethje could legitimately pull it off, and it wouldn't be that crazy. Who could you see for Zeev fight next? I want to see him versus Jalen Turner. Is there an argument for... Okay, no, read that. I think if we would have gotten the Armin versus Gamrot decision correct, maybe Benny versus Armin for 280, and I think Armin would have beat Benny. It's possible. Joey, have you watched The Wire yet? I have not. I don't have time. I got a million things I want to watch, but no. No disc golf? Nope. It's too cold today. And windy, too. And I was tired from last night. I didn't feel like going to do anything. But congratulations on winning on Gaethje. Do you think Valentina will win the rematch? I don't know. Probably not. No Axe body spray today? No. I was surprised how popular Colby was in London. Was he? Was he popular? Like, what indication did you have of that one? I'm curious. I don't know. Is there something I missed in terms of his popularity? Joey, if you were in The Last of Us verse, could I come stay with you? No. You could not. Every man for himself. Every man for himself. Am I the only one who thought Fiziev looked extra small against Gaethje? Nah, some people were saying that. Joe, what was your first watch along for a pay-per-view? Do you remember? It was Leon Usman 1. No, it was Leon Usman 1, but first numbered event was Jan versus Glover, but that was free. Could today's version of Whitaker outstrike Wonderboy, or would he have to wrestle? Could today's version of Whitaker outstrike Wonderboy, or could he just have... Yeah, Whitaker would just out-wrestle him. Could you beat Ben Askren? I have no idea. I don't care about Ben Askren. Ben Askren liking it makes me want to dislike it, so... I don't know. I have no idea. But maybe. But I'm not interested. Who else thinks Leon will KO Colby? It's possible. It's possible. I don't think he's going to KO him. Colby's been finished once by Usman. No, he got finished by submission too, but he got finished by TKO or KO once, I believe, in his career. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Ben Askren at all. Joey with Shillelagh in hand versus Usman. I paid good money for that. I would beat the shit out of Usman with a Shillelagh. Colby gets dropped in almost every fight recently. He got clipped big by Jorge, and he ate it. Can you sort of tell if a fighter is taking testosterone if it's still within the normal limits? Yeah, I think you can test for synthetic testosterone versus naturally produced testosterone. But I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure of that. Nate the Train is the real main event this weekend. Didn't he pull out? No, his opponent pulled out, right? Alex Caceres pulled out. Where were we at here? What did I miss? The Last of Us Universe. Fiziev versus Holloway. Who would you have? Fiziev. It'd be interesting, though. Feel for the San Antonio crowd that co-main is so bad. If Cory wasn't the main, I probably would leave. Probably wouldn't have left. Would have left. Yeah, the card is kind of ugly. The card is pretty ugly. It's not great at all, unfortunately. It's lackluster. So apparently somebody can't do math. Someone said he hasn't fought in over a year. He fought in March of 2022. It's March of 2023. Leon wants to fight Masvidal. Why not speak of that call out? Which I did. Okay, but if you do the exact date, it's been over a year since Colby fought. So I don't know why this dude's commenting this right now. I'm just reading some comments on the video because I just posted the video right before I got on stream, really. And I usually don't get to read all the comments because I actually get a lot of comments nowadays, which is crazy. I remember it used to be like a rarity. Someone commented on a video. Now it's like every video gets many comments, and it's impossible to read them all. I used to try to respond to every single comment. They got Cape and Cheaty on the main card. They'll be all right. Yeah, it's not the worst. It's not the worst. Did you hear the Penn State Wrestling saying MMA will be a lot easier than wrestling? No, I did not. That's true. He recovered pretty good from the Masvidal shot. He did. Colby sort of just wasted his prime years with the lawsuit stuff. Yeah, but there's no reason that he would have to sit out. Usman has better takedown ability, but Colby has better ground control. I don't know if Colby would land as many takedowns. Colby's also more relentless. He won't just give up and look for just like start striking with him if he can't get a takedown. He'll just keep going, chaining it together. You and Leon have the same haircut? Yeah, I got the same bald spot on the back of my head too. Thoughts on old lightweights that supposedly hanging on their ranking, beating these up-and-comers like Beneil and Gaethje? It goes to show you everyone was criticizing them, but they took the fights and they won them. So Gaethje was getting hell. Oh, he's ducking Fiziev, and I said, let's wait it out. He might take the fight. And sure enough, he took the fight and he won. You have a bald spot, really? No, I do not. I got a thick head of hair. I just been cutting it shorter recently. But there you go. You can see. Look, it's all good. Right there. Thick, luscious hair. Did you see the post of Fiziev telling Justin how every shot he landed was damage? No, I did not. But I saw Fiziev's face afterwards. It was horrible. Late to the party, but I don't think Colby deserves the title shot due to inactivity, and I'm excited for the prospect of seeing him fight Leon. Fair enough. Yeah, he definitely doesn't deserve it. But, I guess it is. I guess it is what it is. You can be excited for it. I get it. It's a decent fight. It's not a horrible fight. But it's just disappointing when you have deserving contenders getting skipped over and the division getting logjam for a guy who just sits out and does nothing. Joey looking extra sexy tonight. Okay. Nice beard. Thank you. Honestly, Hamzat destroys Edwards. I agree. Colby said he got brain damage or something, like maybe he didn't want to fight so fast. Nah, he's just full of shit, I think. I think this version of Justin beats Dustin. I would probably, I don't know. Dustin's a little bit cleaner on the feet. But maybe. If Gaethje doesn't get into a firefight, he could have won that. He could have won the first time around with Dustin, to be honest. He really could have. Last of Us is a Walking Dead ripoff. Last of Us has been out for so many years in terms of the video game. But it's a way better version of The Walking Dead. Archie, thank you for the $2 super chat. Vettori looked awful. That he did. Vettori looked like straight up dog shit. But so did Delidze, to be honest. It was horrible. They both looked really bad in the fight, to be quite honest. But Vettori looked sloppy. The striking looked bad. Delidze was just throwing wild winging punches and landing a lot of arm shots. And people, for some reason, thought he won. But that's just the way it goes, I guess. But yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Vettori's performance, even in a winning performance. Yeah, Walking Dead sucked. I stopped watching, I think, season 5 or season 6. They were just dragging out episodes to drag out episodes, and it was horrendous. It was absolutely horrendous. Yeah. I agree. Who would you like to see get the shot? If it was up to me, I think Hamzat stays at 170 and gets the shot. And I think they're punishing Hamzat maybe for missing weight for the Nate Diaz fight, honestly. Did you see the post? Okay, read that. Nice beard, thank you. Bro, I had Fiziev winning every round except the third. I don't know what everyone's smoking. That's crazy to me. That's delusional to me. But I'll go back and rewatch it soon when I get some time. I think this version of Justin beats Dustin, maybe so. Fiziev did more damage to the body, but it isn't visual damage like facial damage. That is true. That is very true. But, you know, I think Justin Gaethje did more damage overall, and specifically in round 2 and round 3. So, is Tony the last person Justin finished? I don't remember, but I think so. Who are some of your favorite music acts? I don't really have. I'm not a big music person at all. Mike said Dustin hit the hardest out of Justin's Olives and Dustin. That's interesting. I did not know that. Gaethje's chin was so much better than I figured against Fiziev. I thought Olives took his chin. People, for some reason, were just underestimating Gaethje going in that fight. And I know I picked against him, but that was because I was really high on Fiziev. Vettori looked good and improved. What are you saying? Even Izzy, who hates Vettori, gave Vettori props on his striking improvement. Okay. JJ Smoke, thank you for the $2 donation. You ducking my question, shaking my head. Holloway versus Fiziev. Well, thank you for the $2 donation, you little bitch. I'm not ducking your question. I already answered this question, but apparently you weren't listening. So I'm not answering it again. Now, even though you sent me a super chat, I'm not answering it. Ask me again later. I already answered it earlier when you asked it the first time. But thank you for the $2. Appreciate you. Don't make me put you in the Boston Crab, all right? You should watch the Trailer Park Boys. I've seen some of it. Fiziev Turner's the fight to make. That's what I said last night. That's what I said last night. I agree. That's a badass fight. Did you score the fight for Gaethje? I mean, I didn't think the scoring was really up for debate in that fight. I think it was clear cut. Clear cut. It was clearly a Gaethje rounds 2 and 3. And I can't imagine scoring it any other way. But some people did. I feel like people are underrating Hamzat's chances in a potential matchup versus Whitaker. His cage cutting and power plus the takedown threat could be lethal. Plus, if it's 3 rounds, even though it shouldn't be. Exactly my thoughts. Hamzat being punished for the weight miss. Yeah, because they're pissed because Nate Diaz. The Nate Diaz thing really hurt Dana's ego. I'm telling you right now. Nate Diaz got a win and got out of his contract. That really pissed him off. Yeah, and people act like he never made welterweight. It's weird. Come on, Joey. Gaethje was literally rocked in seconds. Nah, they showed the replay, and he wasn't actually rocked. He wasn't actually rocked. I swear you didn't answer it. Somebody back me up. I answered it earlier. I wish I knew the timestamp, but I answered it earlier. I answered it earlier for sure. Joey's on timeout, man. You think it was funny, but it came across disrespectful. Well, you know what? I 100% answered it. I did. Back me up. It was only for I only talked about it for 5 seconds because it wasn't really, of a lot of analysis for a hypothetical fight, but I definitely answered it earlier. So, appreciate you guys backing me up. Appreciate you backing me up. JJ Smoke's about to go in the timeout corner right now. My fault. That's not how you treat a channel member. I'll treat him how I please, all right? I'll treat him how I please. I work 40 hours a week on a YouTube channel just to get this type of disrespect from JJ Smoke, saying you ducking my questions. I probably work 50 hours a week on this YouTube channel, maybe even more. I'm going to start logging my hours on YouTube. So I'm working for like 50 cents an hour, and I got to get on live stream and get this type of disrespect from JJ Smoke. Get this type of disrespect. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. He said Fiziev would beat Holloway. Thank you. That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. No days off. Exactly. Still can't believe UFC tried booking Nate versus Hamza. I know. They did him dirty. They did Nate dirty. They wanted to get him smashed. JJ Smoke isn't timed out. I was only kidding about JJ Smoke being timed out. I definitely did answer it. Big Small even backed me up here. I said Fiziev would beat Holloway. So, the streams fall in a gray area of man pleasure and work. Exactly. Did you see the YouTube video that Tier made of you and MMA Guru fighting? Is that true? I have not seen this video, but no, it's not true. Yeah, JJ Smoke just messing around now. He just disappeared. He didn't like it. He'll come crawling back though. He'll come crawling back. Fiziev has over 100 Muay Thai fights. I don't know why people still say he's young in his career. He has lots of mileage. Fair enough. Okay, where are we at? Up here. Fiziev is good. His stock probably went up in that fight. I do not think it went down at all. He's still early in his career. Yeah, I don't think his stock went significantly down. Unless you're like vastly underrating Gaethje, his stock shouldn't have went down. I'm dying. I don't know what you're dying about. Come on, Gaethje was literally rocked in seconds. I think he's taken some of the most of damage ever. Fiziev KO and Gaethje made sense. I picked Fiziev by decision. I thought whoever won, it would go to decision. Streams fall. Okay, I already read that. Macy Barber versus KGB Lee. KGB Lee. Who do I got? I don't know. I hate them both. And I think they're both terrible fighters, but I'd probably go Lee. Rip JJ Smoke banished to the Nether Realms by Joey. Yeah. Now, I said, I was waiting for someone else to super chat and say, prediction on Fiziev Holloway? That's what I was waiting on. Dude sent $2 to get put on blast. I thanked him. I thanked him for his kind donation. Look, that's what JJ Smoke likes to do. He likes sending donations to try to get a rise out of me just because he enjoys that. Just because he enjoys that. And so I'm actually giving him what he wants. He's getting what he wants out of me for this $2. He's always clipping that shit and sending it in the Discord. Like, damn, this is the way Joey is. What did you think about Timur Valiev? I think he was skilled, but just chinny. Very highly skilled. He's going to be on the Ultimate Fighter. He's going to be on the Ultimate Fighter, and maybe he might win the Ultimate Fighter, in my opinion. I mean, it's already over, so it's hard to say. But we'll find out. I think he'll be successful in the Ultimate Fighter, to be honest. Will your girl Jandaroba get past Rodriguez? My girl Jandaroba. Yeah, she will. I don't understand why Valiev is on tough. Did he get cut from the UFC? He did get cut from the UFC, and it made no sense that he got cut from the UFC. Is the GOAT Chris Montino returning to the UFC? I don't know. He was supposed to be on the Ultimate Fighter, but I think he got removed from the Ultimate Fighter for Connor's boys. And I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna give him another shot. How often do you take showers? I usually take at least 2 showers a day. One by myself, the other one with your mother. How does Ricky Simone versus Merab 2 go? Probably take Merab. The pressure is just too much. But I don't know. It'd be interesting. Ricky Simone's very good. You gonna do a live stream for the one May 5th card? It's a straight banger. Probably. Joey, have you visited Dunsky's grave yet? No, I have not. I have not visited his grave yet. It's going to be a sad day when Gaethje puts his gloves down. Do you have a particular favorite fight of his World Series of fighting days? Probably the fights with Luis Palomino were crazy. But let me go take a look at his resume, see if anything pops in my head. I was sad when he beat up Nick Newell. I was really sad watching him get beat up by Nick, or watching him beat up Nick Newell. Yeah, watching him TKO Nick Newell was not fun. Just so you know, Nick Newell's the guy with one arm in MMA. And we had to watch Justin Gaethje whoop his ass. It was probably the Luis Palomino fights. They were amazing. I feel like he fought him more than twice. He only fought him twice. I followed almost Gaethje's entire World Series of fighting career. It'll be sad one day when he puts his gloves down for sure. World Series of Fighting had some great competition. They had Justin Gaethje, they had Marlon Vera, and other guys that I can't think of off the top of my head. Timur Valiev was also in World Series of Fighting for a while. David Branch was over there. There was a lot of solid guys. Which Palomino fight was better? I don't remember. I don't remember which one was which. They all go together for me. Didn't Merab almost get finished by Ricky Simone? Technically, he got finished by Ricky Simone, but it was a bad call by the ref. It should not have been a call. It was a horrible call. It was a horrible call by the ref. Yeah, World Series of Fighting was better than PFL. I know that sounds crazy, but something died with them when they became PFL. Is Gaethje the modern day Robbie Lawler? Maybe. But Robbie Lawler, modern day prime Robbie Lawler had better takedown defense. Why does Trevor Whitman smile after he loses? It's crazy. I have no idea. He's just a smiler, I guess. Joe, who's your favorite Mexican fighter? I don't know. I don't know who's all Mexican. I guess Brandon Moreno, because he's just the one that comes to mind. You like Brendan Schaub comedy? Oh, yeah, it's so great. It's hilarious. It's funny. Can't wait. Can't wait till his next comedy special drops. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, something died when Strikeforce rebranded the Bellator. Strikeforce didn't rebrand the Bellator. The UFC bought Strikeforce. All the Strikeforce fighters came to the UFC. Gaethje got about 1 brain cell left. I don't think so. People over hype that up. Well, that's really odd, man. Why did he get cut? I don't know. I guess the same reason that Sedyukov Kakramanov got cut. Do you think Mikhaev will lose his next bout? That knee must be tore up. Depends who he fights. It's hard to say. Ain't one of the Paul brothers signed him? Yeah, but it's never going to happen. He's never going to fight MMA. Strikeforce and the UFC merged. It's literally what I just said. But you said Bellator got rebranded as a... Or Strikeforce got rebranded as Bellator just because Scott Coker's there. Is WSOF related to PFL? WSOF was PFL. Or PFL is... Wait. WSOF was rebranded to PFL. That's the best way to say it. What's the greatest fight you've seen outside of the UFC? Probably the Michael Chandler Eddie Alvarez fights were crazy. What's your favorite fighter overall in each division? Is this some kind of sick joke? Favorite fighter overall in each division? Let's see. Favorite fighter at flyweight. I really like Brandon Royval, but I'll go Brandon Moreno. Favorite fighter at bantamweight, probably Marlon Chito Vera or Piotr Jan. Featherweight, honestly, probably Ilya Topuria or Alexander Volkanovski. Lightweight, Charles Oliveira for sure. Yeah, Charles Oliveira. Welterweight, Khamzat Chimaev, but if you don't want to count Khamzat Chimaev, probably Shavkat Rakhmonov. Middleweight, I hate everyone at middleweight, to be honest. I don't like anyone. I'll pick Chris Curtis because me and him are friends, so I'll pick Chris Curtis middleweight. Because I don't really like anyone at middleweight, honestly. Light heavyweight, definitely Yuri Prohaska. Heavyweight, definitely John Jones. Strawweight, Weili Zhang. Flyweight, really nobody. I don't really like anyone at flyweight. Bantamweight, I don't like anyone at bantamweight either. So, women's bantamweight. There you go. Yep, and something died when Strikeforce rebranded the belt. Okay, we already talked about that, but okay. You must have misworded something because you said it the wrong way before. Would you put Pat Barry in a Boston Crab? No, I wouldn't hang out with Pat Barry. Favorite adult actress? Your mother. She's really good. Just seemed like a lot smarter yesterday on the mic and in the cage. People are they're acting like the dude is mentally ill. People are crazy with what they were saying. People are crazy what they're saying about Gaethje in the lead up to this fight. Acting like he's brain dead. So, let me see something real quick. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right. Will Sam Alvey come back in regionals and get brutally KO'd like James Vick? Hopefully. No, I'm just kidding. Probably. I don't want him to do that, but yeah, he'll probably bring his whole family. He'll probably have 7 more kids. He'll bring all his kids, a newborn baby, just for him to get brutally KO'd. Did you know Alex Pereira is a Muslim? No. Yeah, that knee was trash for sure. What's the most surprising result from the last pay-per-view from you? Probably Usman losing. I was pretty confident Usman would win. Even Robert Whittaker? Oh, yeah, you're right. I like Robert Whittaker. But, he's not. I mean, it's not like... I don't really particularly... Like, people have this weird loyalty to fighters. I'm not like that. If I was Merab, I would try to get that Ricky Simone fight since he doesn't care about the belt. Yeah. You don't like Robert Whittaker? I don't dislike Robert Whittaker. But I wasn't even thinking of Robert Whittaker for some reason. Even though I was looking at the rankings. I just skipped over his name. I just don't like middleweight in general. But I do love the middleweight title fight coming up. You're an Izzy fanboy? Absolutely not. Usman is on the Woodley decline trajectory. Okay. Justin is on Adderall. Okay. Makayev definitely showed a heart of a champion. Hopefully not at a high cost. We'll find out in his next fight and how long I'm curious how long he's going to be out for. I'm very curious how long he's going to be out for. Is he going to have a serious issue? O'Malley's a clown. You don't like Alex P from middleweight or Rob? I said my favorite's Chris Curtis, so I figured out one. I just hate the middleweight division in general. It's just been shitty for kind of a while. No news on Nunes? Nah, she'll probably fight at 289 in Canada. Some garbage title fight that nobody cares about. Leave my mom out of this, Joey. All right. Now I'll listen to you since you're my stepson. Usman versus the People's Champ, Kevin Lee. Oh, yeah, that sounds like a barn burner. 289 is in Canada. It's not official yet, but I believe. Have you ever seen how long you can hold your breath for? Yes. I haven't done it in a while. But at one point in time, I was very close to being able to hold my breath for 3 minutes. Randomly, I wasn't trying to hold it for as long as I could, but I randomly timed myself holding my breath like 2 weeks ago. And I think I got to I want to say like 2 minute mark, close to the 2 minute mark. But I just tried once, and I hadn't done it in a while. I don't know why. I used to love doing that back in the day in like a pool. I used to be able to hold my breath longer than anyone else. So I remember last time I was in Florida, I did that, and I held it for close to 3 minutes or even over 3 minutes. I can't remember. It was a ridiculous amount of time. So I'll try it next time. Next time I'm in a pool. Bro, what don't you like? Middleweight, we got killers in that division like Dricus Duplessis. Yeah. Joey, if you can hold your breath for that long, you could be a pleasure pleaser. I don't know what that means, but okay. I always hold my breath when I drive through tunnels. Okay. I'll hold my breath when I go into public restrooms if it smells like shit. How tall are you? 6'3"? Imagine a card late summer, co-main, Poirier, Gaethje, main event, Leon Bilal. Sign me up. I like it. Middleweight is the weakest division. Heavyweight's the weakest division, but with John Jones making a career resurgence, it's not too shabby at all. It's not too shabby. I can't believe it's already almost 1 a.m. How does that happen? How does that happen? I don't know. But it does. Time just flies by. Why was GSP in the modern era of Hall of Fame and Anderson's the pioneer? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Bro, what? 2 minutes? I got 20 seconds. Really? You only can hold your breath for 20 seconds? That's crazy to me. Joe, you tall AF? Okay, I can't hold my breath longer than 20 seconds. I think right now, like if I took a couple practice holds, I think I could hold it I could get over the 2 minute mark. I think I could. I think I could. That's crazy. Only 20 seconds. Pereira is Muslim, confirmed by itself. I don't care. I don't care. You waking up early tomorrow for work? I am not. I got stuff I got to do tomorrow. I got to take my my grandmother to a doctor's appointment. So no. I don't have to wake up particularly early. But I still got to wake up early, but not crazy early. Would you box MMA Gooey in a misfit boxing card? I don't know who MMA Gooey is. Time flies when you're having fun. MMA Guru. Why do people always ask this? Why do people always ask this? That is just crazy to me. I've answered the question a million times. A million times. So I'm not going to answer it again. Who would you predict in a Gaethje Poirier Leon Bilal rematches? Gaethje Poirier, I'd probably go Poirier because he's got the cleaner striking. Leon Bilal, I got to go Leon. He was winning the first one. Hold your breath right now with the timer on. No, because no one's going to believe me anyway. I could be breathing through my nose. Doesn't make any sense for me to try to prove it. Why would I lie about it? Joe, do you have a schedule for work or do you work on your own time? It depends what I'm doing. Like with the property management I do, I kind of just, it depends what exactly is going on that day. I make my own time. So it all depends. But typically on a normal day, I wake up pretty early, somewhere between 7 and 9 is typical when I wake up. Colby getting a title shot is a disgrace. I agree. Only 20 seconds. Everyone wants you to fight Guru. I don't know. Do you know how to fix AC units? Not anything extensive. I mean, there's like general maintenance you can do. There is some general maintenance you can do, but mostly no. I do not know how to fix AC units. The Colby video is doing pretty well, performing pretty well. Joe, you should start giving dating advice. Okay. All right. How many hours do you sleep each night? Dude, I need to see a doctor about sleep. I am up basically 24/7. I'm awake all the time. So, uh, I mean, the day I did the Connor video, I did not sleep that night. I didn't sleep at all. So what's weird is it can be a blessing and a curse. I can like power nap real quick and like be okay. Like the day I stayed up, so there's a day I stayed up all night. Okay, just could not sleep. I have trouble sleeping, could not sleep. I worked on the Connor video. I tried to go to bed, but then I worked on the Connor video because I couldn't sleep anyway, so I figured I might as well do the video. I went through that day perfectly fine, and then I slept from like, I can't remember the exact hours, but it was like 2 hours from like 6 to 8 or something along those lines, or 7 to 9. And then I woke up like everything was totally normal and went to bed late again that night. So it's weird. But I want to get better at trying to sleep. I used to take medicine to be able to fall asleep, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of taking medications. Bilal would do negative pay-per-view numbers. Yeah, he probably would. Vettori wins. Dracus Duplessis versus Vettori 50-50. What do you think? Now, I think Vettori would beat the brakes off of Dracus. It's because you need to change your routine and bad habits. I mean, this is how it's been my entire life. Even, I don't know. Go to bed, lay in bed, wide awake. Even when I go in bed. That's why a lot of times when I started this channel now, I'll be streaming late at night because I just go to bed. Like, I'll go to bed right now, and I'm going to go to bed in a little bit, probably like 20 minutes. I'm just going to lay in bed and just sit there. I'm like, okay. Then eventually, like 2 or 3 o'clock, will go around, and I'll wake up. And then, 2 or 3 o'clock, I'll come around, I'll fall asleep, and then like 7 o'clock, I'm waking up. Boom, wide awake. So, do you ever have nightmares? Occasionally, but not often. Occasionally, but not often. Leon and Bilal would do terrible numbers. UFC doesn't have a choice. Put it on a fight night card. That's also Leon's fault too, to be honest. It would do horrible numbers. That's also Leon's fault as well. Apparently nobody's happy about my Colby video, which is hilarious. Hilarious. Let's see. Show hidden comments. Oh my goodness. The only white privilege here is Dana white privilege. Bilal can F off with some racial shit, weenie. Okay. Alright, we'll prove. Dude, there's so many people that get bent out of shape over YouTube videos. I never commented on a YouTube video ever before I started my YouTube channel. CBD and melatonin, maybe I'll try it out. I don't know. Leon isn't a pay-per-view draw, agreed. Bilal is the new Leon. Bilal is the new Leon. Hamzat versus Strickland. That'd be fun. Yeah, Leon and Bilal are essentially the same fighter in terms of, promotability. They would have title fights. They would have title fights on fight nights. They used to, yeah. Not really recently. Bilal is very biased towards Muslim fighters. Doesn't surprise me. Hamzat versus Paulo Costa. Sign me up. I don't think they're going to make that either. I think they're going to give Hamzat an easy fight at middleweight. They'll probably give him Dracus, honestly. Maybe that's what they've been priming Dracus for this whole time. He's number 6 in the rankings. Feed him to Hamzat. Hamzat would absolutely smoke Dracus so bad that Dracus may retire. I believe, in my humble opinion. If you use melatonin, gets 8 hours slow release, works best for me. I struggle with sleep, and that tends to help me stay asleep instead of waking up. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of medications, and I'm terrified of being in a position where I can't wake up if I need to. Like, I can't describe it. But Benadryl when I've occasionally taken Benadryl for something, it basically knocks me out. And I hate that feeling. I don't like that feeling of like wanting to wake up but not being really able to. Bet the house on Hamzat over Dricus Du Plessis. Yeah, if the odds weren't crazy for that, I don't know. I don't know what would be because Dricus is terrible. Usman should fight Dricus in Africa. Yeah, the true African champ there. Yeah, dude, Dricus is so bad. I can't believe how bad Dricus is, to be honest. He's horrible. Worst top 10 ranked fighter right now, probably. I can't think of a worse one in the men's divisions, at least. Heavyweight's the only one that would have a competition for it. It's horrible. It's straight up horrible. I mean, everywhere. His stamina's horrible. His striking's horrible. His wrestling's horrible. The only thing he has is his will to win. I'll tell you that. There ain't no quitting him. Dricus sparks Hamzat? Yeah, right. Having Dricus in the top 10 makes middleweights look terrible. That is true. He got the perfect rise into the top of the middleweight division. Joey, do you pee all night because you ever do water intake? No, I do not. When I wake up in the morning, I usually just have to pee really bad. So, Dricus needs to be disposed of. Who's the man for the job? Honestly, at this point, I might start training. That way I can be ranked top 10 in the UFC. I'll take out Dricus and then I'll retire because I'm not taking brain damage for money. Imagine Dricus in a 5-round fight with that gas tank. Oh my God, that would be horrible. It'd be horrible. Pereira, Izzy, and Whitaker are the only good middleweights. That is true. That is actually very true. That is very, very true. Yeah, but Dricus is like the worst middleweight ever of all time. I mean, he's horrible. Absolutely horrible. I can't believe... and also, it seems like I drink more water just because I'm taking a drink here and there. It's just, if you talk, like I've been talking for an hour and a half, 90 minutes of straight talking nonstop, your mouth gets dry as hell. So, and all I drink is water. So I drink a good amount of water per day. Do you have an aquarium? Well, that's such a weird question. If you want to know if I have an aquarium, you're going to have to super chat me for that, buddy. I'm not giving out that type of personal information. All right? But, yeah, I've always drank a lot of water. Since that's the only thing, for the most part, the only thing I drink since 2013, I think, is really, I drink this and some sweet tea and an occasional Gatorade. But I drink a lot of it. I like to stay hydrated. I wonder if have I ever drank anything else on stream? I don't remember if I have. If Usman actually used BJJ, he would probably still be champ. I know. Ain't that the truth? Do you think someone like Tavares could give Bo Nickel a hard fight? Yes. But Tavares isn't the greatest defensive wrestler. But he's not horrible. Edmund Shabazian is also pretty bad. Edmund Shabazian used to be good. But, yeah, he ended up turning out to be a total bust. He even looked worse in the win he had. Knight and Cannonier are the worst. Joey, I was watching your stream and I fell asleep and I had a dream. The MMA very got dreads. I don't know what that means. You drank that Henny, remember? Yeah. Sweet Tea's the bomb. Hamzat versus Cannonier. I don't want to see that fight. Imagine Cannonier wins. I'd throw up. Joe, if you only drink water, you must eat like a horse because... Okay. I take Zirac every day for allergies and about go to the doctor taking high-functioning anxiety pills, low doses. I hate taking pills too, but I always had problems sleeping. Heard that helps. Yeah. But yeah, I hate taking medicine. I'm the type that just suffers through. Just suffers through. And I just don't take meds for whatever reason. Does Makwan Americani have the worst gas tank in the UFC? I'm going to discuss that in my top 3 takeaways for UFC 286. I'm going to keep that close to my vest. But yes. Willie Knight actually has a fight coming up. Yeah, he's fighting for some organization. The moment someone grabs Edmund, he automatically loses all stamina. Horrible. Nick Maximoff, best middleweight ever. Stop. How Cannonier wins that fight? I said imagine if he wins that fight. It'd be horrible. Dricus versus Chimaev. Chimaev will wreck Dricus badly. Will wreck him badly, badly, badly. It'll be a systematic beatdown. Probably first round finish, to be quite honest. I mean, Brunson almost finished him in the first round. What do you think Chimaev's going to do? I mean, seriously. Hamzat would wreck Dricus bad. Every time I watch Dricus compete, I think to myself, wow, how did he make it to the UFC? Looks like he should be fighting in LFA. Yeah, and dude, the South African fans are so like mad every time I talk about Dricus because I say how bad he is, and they get pissed. Where does Chuck Liddell rank all-time light heavyweight? I don't know, probably top 5. I only was around for part of his career. So, it's hard to say. Pereira KOs Izzy in the second round. We'll see. We will see. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Whew. He would submit Duplessis 100%. I think he might smash him on the ground badly. That Pereira Adesanya fight, that's a tough fight to pick. I'm probably going Adesanya, though. But it's one of those things where how is he going to come back and return after losing the fight? He looked very good in the first fight. He was going to win a decision. And he gets clipped in the 5th round and put away. But it was a very competitive fight. A very, very competitive fight. We can thank Darren Till's terrible decline for bestowing Dricus upon us. That is true. Plessy's durable. Have you ever been to a live UFC event? Yes. I've been to 3. I have a feeling Izzy gets the win. Pereira is starting to sound a little bit too cocky. It could be. I think Adesanya is the better fighter, but Pereira just has to clip you. And Pereira is very good as well. I'm not saying he's bad, but he just has to clip you with one big shot. And he has 25 minutes to find that shot. And he sets everything up very, very well. Do you think John Jones, Francis Ngannou will fight? No. Unfortunately, no. That would be cool if you could do a half and half color on fight night shorts, like blue on one leg. I don't know what it would look like. Adesanya's finished. Who's got the worst fight IQ, Till or Chandler? Till. Dricus reminds me of Evil Captain Planet. I don't know why. Okay, Muniz had 5 wins in his UFC career before losing. Damn, I hope Petrosky keeps pushing it. He's got 4 wins. Izzy has better boxing, but it seems like Pereira outclassed Izzy in the kickboxing and clinch engagements. I got to go back and rewatch that fight again. Thank you for the $5 donation, Accordinus. There are 2 guys in your white privilege video commenting some really racist stuff, man. You should check it out. Their names are Lucky Larry and Mr. Expose. YouTube usually flags that stuff if they're commenting bad stuff. But let me take a look, see if I can find it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it or not. YouTube's kind of weird with the comments sometimes. They don't show up right. But we'll see. Let's see. Okay. I think I found it. MMA Joey seems like he's a real... Jeez, this guy. This guy is crazy. I see you tag me, but you don't get notifications for tag and comments. You don't get Let's see what else they're saying in here. That's crazy though. Dude's saying, yeah, that's crazy. What a clown. What a clown. He does not even, what he's saying is not even true. But yeah, he's gone now. He's gone. Dude's a clown. But thank you for the $5 donation. Dude really is saying some crazy stuff in the comments. I'm surprised that got through. So, he's gone for good. He'll never be able to comment again. Appreciate the $5 dono, my friend. Appreciate it. Accordness. I never rated Francis that highly anyway. Alex saved by the bell against Izzy, kind of like how Dustin almost got knocked out by Hooker pre-bell. I know, that's what's crazy. 10 more seconds and Izzy finishes in first round KO. Thoughts on Max Holloway, Arnold Allen coming up in April? I like the fight a lot. I don't know who I'm picking. It's a big step up for Arnold Allen, and he isn't really proven at this point. But I might pick him. Arnold Allen is skilled as F, but I don't know if you can trust his gas tank. Feel like Max will 10-8 him in the championship rounds. Yeah, I don't trust his gas tank either. We've never really seen him go. Who gives a rip what other man posts? Are you really that soft? Dude, calm down. Calm down. We don't need clowns on the channel, all right? We don't need clowns on the channel. So, there's some people who are very sensitive, apparently. They can't take a thumbnail without getting all butthurt in the comments. Apparently. That's just the way it goes, I guess. I don't mind, though. I don't mind dealing with a clown, and I appreciate people letting me know. We want to have a decent community here, all right? The sad thing is the guy that beats Izzy twice in a row loses to a wrestler afterwards. That is true. Would you box Guru for 10K to show and 10K to win? So would I box Guru for 20K? Probably not. I don't feel like that's enough money. I mean, seems like a waste of time to make 20K to go box somebody. Because you have to train, train for at least a month or two, maybe even longer. I don't feel like by the time you would average it out, it wouldn't be good pay. I'd do it for like 50K, probably. I think it'd be wise if Izzy was putting on more muscle, not too much where it'll slow him down, but enough to pack more of a punch. Dude, he cracked him bad. He almost finished him in the kickboxing fight as well. Izzy got stung by a million bees, bro. Will PFL overtake Bellator as the number 2 American MMA promotion? Maybe, but maybe not. Probably not. I don't think so. Is he about to get smoked for the 4th time? Joey, I'm Juliana Pena and Ben Askren, striking coach. I'll get you to write for the boxing match. Thank you. Appreciate it. I think I'd be better off not training than training with Juliana Pena's striking coach. I parlayed Alex Pereira and Andre Petrosky when they fought the same night because of the initials. And what are the chances they fight one day? 0. They will never fight. Freedom of speech, man. That's crazy. This is the USA. Dude, that's not how it works, all right? That's not how it works. That's me deleting a comment from a clown on my YouTube channel. Has nothing to do with freedom of speech. So you might want to Google it to find out what it actually is. So you might want to Google freedom of speech, man. Brush up on that. What happened between Holly Holm and Yana Kutsakaya? I have no idea. I think it'll be wise if... Okay, read that. Islam versus Leon next. What do you think? I don't think that's going to happen. Joe, you should do an ASMR channel. Maybe one day. Chimaev Gas is out trying to take down middleweights. Maybe. Could be one of those days where he ends up going back down to welterweight. I feel like the UFC's ruined Hamzat's career already. And it's sad. If Israel loses his next fight, who has a better chance of getting their belt back, Usman or Izzy? Izzy. 20. Okay. Struggling to breathe, Joey? Just sitting there. Okay. That's a good one. Jack, did you train? Oh, okay. Talking to Jack. Joey would smash Guru dudes in a wheelchair. All right, let's calm down with all that. Just walk to the top of a set of steps. Easy. You don't think Petrosky finishing Bo Nickel and getting 2 more wins gets a title shot? Even if he does, I don't think Pereira's not going to have the title by then anyway. Thoughts on Vettori and the future of a middleweight division as a whole? I think what will happen, 2 things will happen. First off, Vettori's garbage, is not improving at all, looked horrible in his last fight. There's 2 things that will happen coming out of UFC 287. Either Pereira will win and then either move up or lose his belt to someone else and retire, or Adesanya will win and just reign over the division for a while. If Pereira leaves the division after he wins, then Adesanya will reclaim the belt. Good time for Dana to start hanging it up? I think so as well. Joey, start your own promotion, call it Pleasure FC. Maybe I will. Sounds like a good idea to me. Sounds like a great idea to me. People underestimate Pereira even today after 6 to 7 consecutive knockouts, being UFC champion and 2 division kickboxing champion. That's ridiculous. He had an easy road to the title, though. Let's be honest here. Joey, how did you meet your future wife? Wouldn't you like to know? Agreeing Vettori is pretty trash? Yeah. What's next for Usman? Middleweight? Nah, he's going to fight at welterweight. He'll probably fight someone like Jeff Neal or maybe even Bilal or somebody, who's yet to be, maybe the loser. He could fight the loser. If Gilbert Burns loses, they could do a Gilbert Burns rematch. I wouldn't doubt it if they feed him Wonderboy Thompson. So, can't suppress another man's thoughts. Okay. Yeah, you can't suppress their thoughts, but you can delete their comments. Champions are 3-12 in instant rematch fights after Saturday. That's craziness. Over what course of what time? Over what course of what time? Like, what's the amount of time on that one that you're talking about? Like, from what year to what year? Or just total? There's no way. There's been more than that. There's been more than 15 instant rematches. Shavkat versus Bilal, what's your thoughts? Shavkat wins. Knees to the body. Better submission skills. It'd be very interesting, though, because Bilal's hands have improved. Do you remember when Vettori had a meltdown after his opponent didn't make weight and then finished him in round 1? No, I do not. When was that? Vettori's never been finished. Has he? Yeah, he's never been finished, dude. So what are you talking about? I didn't think so. Jumping out of the mud. Thank you for the $5 dono. I love how people are mad about the white privilege video when you didn't even talk about that. You were just bringing up Bilal who said it. You're just bringing it to us. Exactly. I talk about how Colby's doing favors for the UFC and he's getting some Dana White privilege. But I just talked about how Bilal brought it up that, Colby's only getting a title shot because he's white. So people are just super reactive for no reason. And you can just tell how they really feel in life. And they have miserable lives. And to be that upset over a YouTube thumbnail, that is accurate, but that also is good for the video. It is what it is. I don't care what those clowns have to say. Go click on the video. Go comment on the video. Even if you hate it, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Help the channel out. I'm trying to get to 10K. I want to get to 10K soon. So we're at 8,107 currently. But appreciate you jumping out of the mud for being a reasonable human being. But I'll always cover certain topics in a certain way. And if people get upset about it, guess what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to be me regardless. I'm always going to be me regardless, and I will talk about things in a certain way regardless. So it is what it is. Let me see. But thank you for the $5 donation. thank you. Jumping out of the mud. I appreciate your $5 dono. And a good message with it as well. A good message. That's more motivational than Joe Rogan right there. So just keep, those people are helping grow the channel. So it is what it is. And I'm gonna keep trucking along. There will be no one that will deter me. You can't start a YouTube channel if you're worried about criticism. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Saint. Joey, would Masvidal beat Leon? Absolutely not. Leon would out-grapple him, out-strike him. There's a chance Leon could get caught and put to sleep. Very unlikely. Very, very, very unlikely. It is possible, though. But I don't think Masvidal will win. Leon's a very competent grappler, especially when he's fighting guys that aren't the greatest grapplers. But Masvidal actually has underrated grappling ability defensively. But I just think Leon's too long, too rangy. I think he would mix in the grappling and clinch work and shoot a couple takedowns just to get Masvidal thinking about him and then light him up on the feet and win a decision most likely. But thank you for the $2 super chat. What's your fight of the year so far? Probably Islam versus Volk. Probably Islam versus Volk. He had a meltdown in the hotel lobby and then Vettori finished his opponent in round 1. Oh, you're saying Vettori was the one that got the finish in round 1. Oh, against Vettori missed weight and was stripped of the Venator welterweight championship. Only Mason was eligible to win the title. Okay, I did not know this story. I see what you're saying now. I do see what you're saying now. What's your fight of the year so far? Dariush is better than Bilal. Okay. Shavkat destroys Bilal. I don't know about destroys, but it'd be interesting. I think Shavkat would win. I think Wonderboy wants to skip the queue, aka Colby style. Yeah, I thought after Colby saw Wonderboy get a win, I thought he was gonna be begging for that Wonderboy fight, to be quite honest. I hated how the press kept asking Leon and Kamaru Connor fight for the welterweight belt. Yeah, it's embarrassing. And the Dana White press conference, I only could stomach like 5 minutes of it because all they did was ask about the UK. Oh, how you like being in the UK? How you like being in the UK, Dana? Oh yeah, we love it. It's great here. It's great here. It's great here, guys. Thanks for asking. Colby versus Edwards prediction. Colby by decision. Right now, it's Colby by decision. Might change. My prediction may change. What would Usman Shavkat odds be? Because I think that's a good fight. Close odds, I think. Usman the favorite, maybe. Good man, thank you. Wonderboy should take maybe 1-2 fun matchups before calling it a career. One of my all-time favorite fighters, but he's getting older and can't compete against the elite. Yeah, he doesn't want to fight any wrestlers. Dude's complaining that Shavkat's too much of a wrestler for him. You know? Wonderboy's a clown. Cut him, let him go over to PFL and make some money. Let me see what I got here. Okay. All right, guys. We've gone for almost 2 hours. We'll go for a little bit longer. We'll go for a little bit longer. How much longer should we truly go? We'll hit over the 2 hour mark at least. I don't know though. Let me exit out of this. I always get a million tabs open when I'm on here. Just messing around. I'll keep that open just in case I need it. Exit. I'll keep this open too. I don't need Vettori open anymore. I can't believe it's already 2 hours into the stream. I can't believe that. How does that happen? How does that happen? At least 3 hours for one time. You never do it. Come on. Not after the disrespect you gave me earlier, JJ. I forgot how to say that guy's name versus Wonderboy in PFL. You want an 8 hour stream? Yeah, right. That ain't happening. You guys got 8 hours of streaming yesterday. Look. How about this? We got like 90 people in here. If we get over 80 likes on the stream, I'll go for 2 hours and 15 minutes. If we get over 80 likes on the stream, I'll go for another half hour, essentially. So, like up the stream. I can imagine Alex doing something really corny, like wearing a shirt that says 3-0 to the pre-fight press conference. He may very well. You should go for another 8 hours. That didn't happen. 24-hour stream. Will Islam go down as a GOAT lightweight at the end of his career? Maybe. Probably. Joey, did Bilal really say Colby has white privilege? Why doesn't he talk about Cejudo or Jones then? I have no idea. I can't answer that question for Bilal. Saint, thank you for the $2 donation. Breakdown Izzy versus Pereira. He meant Pereira. He just misspelled it. Appreciate the $2 donation. It's a very difficult fight to pick because Pereira has the better power and has very good striking. Izzy, I believe, is a little bit more technical. Almost finished him in the first round. There's a leg kicking battle for the ages that's going to be going on in this fight. But it's such a close fight. Izzy has the grappling advantage. I think Izzy's probably training the grappling a little bit more to use it in this rematch. And I think it's going to be a close fight. I think it's going to be one of those fights that really is 50-50. But I think ultimately it comes down to, can Pereira find that kill shot again? I don't see Pereira going out there and winning a decision, by just outstriking Adesanya and winning 3 rounds or 4 rounds or whatever, how many rounds you want to say. I see Pereira fighting in a very close competitive fight and finding the finish to win, or I see Adesanya potentially getting the finish himself, or he's going to win via decision. I don't think if it makes it to a decision, I don't think Pereira will win a decision. I think the fight will not play out in that way. But it's going to be very, very interesting to see what adjustments both guys make. And Pereira is just massive. He is huge. People like throwing out weight bully this, weight bully that. Pereira is the biggest middleweight I've ever seen in my life. So I think it's going to come down to Israel's movement, the leg kicks of Pereira that limits the movement of Israel, and does Israel get his back off the fence? I think it cost him. He was backing up against the fence a little bit too much, and I think it could cost him if he does that again, because Pereira, he just needs one shot, and then you're hurt badly. But thank you for the $2. Bitsy, thank you for the $5 Australian. I'm disappointed my boy Usman lost, but I got the bag this weekend. Yeah, it was a weird fight. It could have went either way. Ultimately, Usman it seemed like he was like headhunting. And it just seemed like he wasn't willing to grapple as much as he should have. I thought he was going to be on Leon from bell to bell. Clinching, pushing him, just suffocating Leon. He did not do that. But I'm happy you got the bag this weekend. Thank you for the $5 Australian. Izzy versus Pereira is a coin flip. Agreed. Accordinus, thank you for the $5 donation. How many subscribers would you need in order to do it full time? What's the cost of living like in your city? It's not cheap where I live. I live in Maryland. But it's not like crazy expensive. And it's not based on really subscribers. It's based on, what kind of views you're getting, what kind of income you're getting from donations, memberships. So I don't know. I think I would do YouTube full time for a lower income. It just has to be at least a okay full time income. So I don't know. I think I could do it full time at 30K subscribers maybe, and make a full time income out of it. But it's hard to say. It's just about getting views up. I would say if I could get about, at least 1 million views a month, probably 1 million views a month, and then have a decent base of donations and stuff like that, where maybe I'm making, if I can make 1,000 a month in donations and then get 1 million a month, or 1 million views a month, I think somewhere around there. So I think about maybe 20, 30,000 subs. I think definitely by 50,000 subs, I'll be doing it full time. I'll be making a full-time income. So I'll say 50,000 subs. But thank you for the $5 donation, accordionist. Who and how Romero versus Pereira. I said Pereira because I'm thinking of Chael Sonnen after that misspelling. With no wrestling, Pereira just beats him up for 5 rounds. And never finishes him because Yoel Romero is just invincible. Colby will win, and then Conor versus Colby. Ew. And that'll never happen. Colby's a nightmare matchup for Conor. If Colby loses again, I never want to see that clown fight for a title. He'll probably get another title shot sometime in the future. Honestly. Wouldn't shock me at all. Would not shock me at all. Let's see. Guys, we almost made the 80 like mark. Do you guys want to go for at least 2 hours and 15 minutes? You guys have to like the stream right now. We're 1 like shy. We got to go over it. I made the deal with you guys. Look, I'm going to go pee real quick because I'm going to stick on here for a little bit longer. When I come back, it better be done. I'll be right back. Send $500 super chats while I'm gone, and I'll be right back. What's going on, guys? I am right back. Here I am. Okay. Back to the questions. Okay, we read that. I like how everyone's just chilling here watching the screen. Is everyone just sleeping with this stream on? Nope. Nobody even posted in the chat while I was gone. I'm done. I'm going to have to go get my fiance, drag her out of bed, and put her in the Boston Crab on stream. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. But anyway, as far as Colby versus Conor, that's never going to happen in a million years. Ever going to happen. Because Colby would dominate Conor badly. Badly. Is it just me, or does Alex not look as big during their kickboxing fight as he did at 281? I would agree with you on that, but the kickboxing, those fights weren't the best video. There was like bad lighting and not great camera work. So maybe it just wasn't as clear. Pereira's huge, but I agree if it goes to decision, it's Izzy's. If Pereira drops and rocks Izzy, then he will finish him. His fists are bigger than my head. It's crazy how powerful Pereira is. Look what he did to Sean Strickland. My mustache is itching. PFL Circus fights now incoming with YouTube Boxing joining the promotion. I doubt he'll ever fight an MMA fight. At all. Ever. I think that's just a publicity stunt. Yes, we are sleeping. 100 likes, 3-hour stream? Absolutely not. No. I can't do a 3-hour stream. I got to go to bed. Try to go to bed because it's going to take me an hour to go to sleep once I've been lurking, but I dropped a like. Yeah, who's lurking? I wonder who just lurks in every single one of these streams but never sends a message. I would love to know the answer to that. If you lurk in every single one of these streams but you never sent a message, send a message right now. I would love to know. I would love to know that you're always in here. Well, I'll tell you this thing. I'll tell you this one thing. The Colby Covington video is getting so many comments. People are pissed. The Conor video did amazing, and it's still going. The Conor video did amazing, and it's still going. The Conor video is up till 32,000 views. So that is I think my 4th most watched video on the channel. I think. Let me take a look. 3rd most watched video on the channel, the Conor video now. That's crazy. My 7th most watched video is a video I did a month ago. My 9th most watched video is a video I did a month ago. So it seems like the newer videos are starting to pick up some steam. There was an actual MMA fighter who pulled a Boston Crab on someone. It would be cool to interview him. I wonder where he's at. Did you see Colby trying to butter up Conor in his interview? Yes. I did see that. Oh, he's done a lot for the sport, blah, 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 blah. He didn't talk no shit. He wants that fight. Are PFL and PFL Europe separate? I have no idea. I never heard of PFL Europe. I'm awake. Stipe doesn't want to fight in July. Yeah, it might. That's why I think it could end up being the winner of Curtis Blades, Sergey Pavlovich. Imagine Congressman beats Burns and then Leon and then Leon and wins the title. That'd be disgusting. I'm always lurking. Thank you, G2. No prediction for Holly Santos? No. I listen to you while I'm gaming. Appreciate you nonetheless. Imagine Congressman. Okay, I already read that. Yeah, that'd be disturbing. That'd be absolutely disturbing. Masvidal with a title would just be the biggest slap in the face ever. He doesn't deserve to ever fight for a title again. He's got to get at least 3 good wins. At least 3 good wins. You know, if he beat Burns, and then let's say he fights Shavkat or Bilal, depending on how that plays out, and then wins that, and then maybe one more at least, I would say. I would think. But you never know what the UFC is bound to do. They're just giving out title shots based on popularity, which is actually really disturbing. Really, really disturbing. Yeah, if Stipe doesn't fight Jones in July, apparently I seen Jones tweeting that out, that Stipe's ducking him in July now. Just cut Stipe. Let him go be a firefighter. He can answer calls at the fire department. No one is talking about heel hook attempt Pereira tried on Izzy. I'm picking Pereira 2nd round. So stop. That's not going to happen. I don't remember no heel hook. When was that? What round was that in? It's almost as disturbing as seeing Makayev's knees getting tortured. That knee bar was craziness. I can't believe he didn't tap. I thought for sure he was done. He just said, you know what? If it breaks, it breaks. I wonder what kind of, if he's suffering from any severe injuries afterwards. I truly wonder that. I really do. MMA Hour guest prediction for tomorrow? No idea. What is there supposed to be, like some big name, like secret guest? Joe, what's next for Justin? In my opinion, a rematch with Poirier is most likely. It will be Justin versus Poirier for sure. I watched a video of Hamzat on his channel saying Colby declined to fight him 4 times. I believe him. Yeah, I mean, Colby's been known for that. He was literally ducking Woodley. They were trying to put together the Woodley fight for a while, and he was turning down that fight. It irks me that Masvidal even has a route to the title. Yeah, I seen Ariel Helwani saying, yeah, Leon needs to fight the winner of Burns versus Masvidal, which that's not what he really meant. He said, oh, he needs to fight if the winner's Burns. Dude's a clown. Ariel's the biggest fucking clown I've ever seen. He wants the UFC to be WWE, and he encourages fans to think like that. And then if fans want it, that's what Dana's going to do, because the casuals want it. The casuals going to control the sport now. It's so annoying. Bilal's being set up for failure with a Shavkat fight. It's most likely he will lose the Shavkat and will never get a title shot. Agreed. I really thought Makayev was going to tap me too. Gives me Tony vibes. Yes, Charles armbar on Tony will forever make me sick. Dude tucked it under his armpit. Tucked it under his armpit. It was crazy. Have you ever seen the knee comparison? Yes, I did. It was crazy. It was the 3rd round. Yeah, I don't really remember it. I'm going to have to check out that fight soon to make my prediction anyway. So I will be checking that out very shortly. As soon as we get through next week, Well, even this week, I'm going to start pumping out UFC 287 content. Because I'm going to do love, hate stuff. Then next week, I'll do grading. I got a lot to do. Right now, I'm going to do top 3 takeaways from UFC 286. Was Usman robbed? I'm probably going to do that. I wanted to get that out today. That was really prevalent to get out today, but I didn't. And then I got to get the prediction video out for this upcoming week. If Stipe beats Jones, he'll bring back Francis for a rematch. Imagine Jones retires right then and Francis is back without Jones. That's not going to happen. If Stipe beats Jones, they'll do a rematch. They'll definitely do a rematch. For sure. Hawani also goes crazy if someone says that Jake is not a legit boxer. Yeah, he's on Jake's payroll. Have I ever been to Toronto? No, I have not. But yeah, the knee bar definitely gave me the Tony Charles Oliveira type vibes. Well, if you think about it, it's Beneil Dariush versus Charles Oliveira. Beneil Dariush versus Tony Ferguson vibes. Because Beneil had Tony in a knee bar as well, and he didn't tap. Or a heel hook, I think it actually was. I'm wrong. But it was nasty. It was nasty. Who deserves an opportunity more, Bilal or Dariush? Probably Bilal. Off the top of my head, probably Bilal. Even though the knee bar was bad, I knew Makayev wasn't going to tap. You didn't know that. What's your full-time job? What city are you in? Dude, I answer this question all the time. I just can't answer it anymore. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm sorry. Colby is the king of welterweight division. No. I do think Colby's biggest chance of becoming champ is against a striker. I hope Colby doesn't duck anyone if he becomes new welterweight champ. He will. He won't fight. He won't be active. He'll be calling out Nick Diaz or Conor McGregor. That's what he'll do. If he wins the title, it's going to be horrible. The division's going to be ruined. Usman, say what you want about him, he was at least active. Super active. Now, I knew man was up 2 rounds. He wasn't. Even on the judges' scorecards, he might have lost. Let's see. Let's go to Twitter real quick. There's a chance he might have lost. I forgot. I seen the scorecards. Let's see. How do I not find that? Isn't Mokayev? Every time I search something on Twitter, it never comes up. Okay. So Makayev versus Fialho was tied heading into the third on 2 judges' scorecards. Both judges gave Makayev round 1. 2 judges gave Fialho round 2. So had he not got out of that knee bar and got the finish, he could have lost because he could have lost the 3rd round based on the knee bar attempt because it was so close to being finished. Another gruesome UFC moment was when Jamal Hill got his arm broke. Yeah, apparently it was just dislocated elbow. It was just dislocated elbow. I'm new to your channel, first time joining live chat. That's why I asked. I am from Baltimore. I'll give you that, my friend. Thank you for becoming a subscriber. Thank you. When did you find the channel? What video did you find it on? And I hope you're enjoying the channel. A knee is not supposed to end like that. A bend like that for sure. Joey, is Fiziev versus Gamrot the fight to make? I've answered this question 20 times on stream. No, it's Fiziev versus Turner. It makes the most sense. Gamrot just got a win. Fiziev just got a loss. Why does that make sense right now? Another gruesome UFC. Okay, read that. Colby will become champion. Deal with it. Okay. If Hamzat moves up to middleweight and Colby beats Leon, it definitely ruins the division for a while because we knew damn well Colby isn't fighting Shavkat. Yeah, exactly. Colby's the master ducker. What's up, boys? What's going on? What's going on, Billy? Billy's kind of gotten back into my good graces a little bit, not purposely, but without him sending me that clip, that video may have never existed. And the Conor video is at 32,000 views right now. 32,000 views on the Conor video. And I have to attribute most of that to Billy. And it's still climbing. It might get to 35K. I think it'll get to 33 at least. But I'm not trying to butter him up too much. All he did was send me a clip, but still. That's a solid video. And as soon as I watched that interview and I didn't hear that clip, I said, a light bulb went off above my head. I said, I got to make a video on this. No one else is going to have this. No one else is going to do that. That footage may have not been out there if it wasn't for Billy grabbing it. Because I wouldn't have had it. And I wouldn't have been able to find it because no one else had it. So, yep. I follow a bunch of channels, so I think I saw your channel and recommendations, saw a few videos, and you are very well spoken and unbiased in your MMA analysis. Yes. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. I'm glad you enjoy the channel, my friend. I try to be unbiased, and I try to be well spoken. I don't know if I am, but I like to hear it. Thank you for the kind words. If Hamzat, okay, I'm here to confirm Burns versus Masvidal is for the next title shot only if Masvidal wins, and Conor versus Chandler is for the next title shot. What a disgrace that'll be. What a disgrace that'll be. Do you have an early prediction for Aljo Cejudo? Cejudo wins by decision. Great video. Thank you. It was a pretty good, solid video. I'll pray to God Colby doesn't beat Leon. I can't even imagine it. Yeah, it'll suck. Because he'll start ducking the contenders. If he's going to fight. If Colby wins and he's going to fight against the contenders, be my guest. But he's just going to try to fight Conor or some dumb shit. Or he's going to retire probably. I would like to see Bilal versus Shavkat as a 5-round fight. Give it a cardio test for both of them. Sign me up. Should be 5 rounds. Usman has some of the ugliest feet in the UFC. I don't know why you're looking at another man's feet. I'd be pissed if those things hit me. That's awfully bizarre. But fair enough. I'll take your word for it. I've never really paid attention to their feet. I wouldn't be happy if anybody's feet hit me, so. Of course, you are well-spoken, refreshing to see someone who can do analysis without constantly cussing and ranting. Fair enough. Sometimes we do it on stream, but for the most part, not on videos. But occasionally on stream, so. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. My goal is to get out the information as clear as possible and to try to leave it as unbiased as possible. But yeah, Bilal versus Shavkat needs to be 5 rounds. It absolutely needs to be 5 rounds. The only way Leon can beat Colby is if his takedown defense is as good as it was against Usman. Yeah, but Colby's going to be relentless with the takedown attempts. He's not going to stop just because Leon stuffs one. He's going to shoot 150 of them. So it's going to be interesting. That's what I think Colby's advantage was. Bilal versus Shavkat definitely main events 289. Now imagine probably a fight night card. Now it'll probably be a co-main event of a pay-per-view card, but it's going to be bullshit because it's not going to be 5 rounds. Why do all of a sudden people like Colby? I don't think they do. I don't think people really like Colby. To be quite honest. You know, some people hate him. But, yeah. Okay. Well, on the right side, we didn't have a random disconnection tonight. Do you think Gaethje would have finished Fiziev in a 5-rounder? Yes. I do. Gaethje has better cardio for sure. Colby will fight like Merab. That's what I think. That's what I think. Colby's just going to nonstop spam takedown after takedown after takedown after takedown after takedown. I'll admit Colby's entertaining, but dude is overrated. His resume's outdated. I don't think he's entertaining, but I think he's entertaining in the cage. People constantly, you know, who call wrestlers boring, but they only do it when it's Dagestanis and not when it's American white men. But I think Colby's fairly entertaining in the cage, but he does have that wrestling base where he's just constantly spamming takedowns that some people don't like. I don't mind it because I think it makes a fight compelling when you have a style clash. Bro, why is Dana already confirming Colby got a title shot as like his 3rd one while Chimaev and Bilal just sitting? It makes no sense. That's why I made an entire video on it. And it still may not even happen. Honestly, there's a chance it could fall through. There's a chance it could completely fall through. But we'll see. I can't wait to see what happens. It's going to be disgusting if it gets confirmed 100%. You can't trust a word that Dana says, though. That's craziness. Colby's one of the weirdest careers, agreed. I like Colby, but his resume is literally from another era. That is true. Colby's got one of the worst resumes in MMA right now. Of a top-ranked fighter. He rides on the coattail of losses to Usman. Colby probably has unreleased footage of Dana slapping his wife again. No wonder he'll get the title shot. Yeah. That's probably it. Dana always says we never match fights to the night of the pay-per-view, and then he says Leon versus Colby. I know. That's why there's definitely more to it. I think Leon should have beat Colby. He's very well-rounded. Colby doesn't hit as hard as Usman. Yeah, it's very possible. I don't know who I'm picking in that fight. It's a tough fight to pick. Fights to make in the middle with the division: Vettori versus Duplessis, Rob versus Chimaev, Costa versus Sean. Sign me up for every single one of those. Vettori versus Duplessis, ugly fight, horrible fight, but Vettori was going to wreck Duplessis, expose him. Rob versus Chimaev, sign me up for that. That would be amazing. And Costa versus Sean, what a hell of a build-up that would be. Dana always said, okay, read that. Don't let him bully your son. Don't let him bully your son. Dana made Glover versus Hill on the fly. Yes, he did. That is true. But that was like an emergency fight they needed to make. People forget that Colby almost got released because he was so boring. I know. I know. If there's anybody watching right now, okay, that is not subscribed to the channel, go subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. We're trying to get towards 10K subscribers. When we hit 10K, I'm going to do like a 3-hour stream. The week we hit 10K, I don't know what day it'll be, but we'll do like a 3-hour stream. So, if you want to see a 3-hour stream in the near future of just a random stream like this, go subscribe to the channel. It helps greatly. It helps greatly, so I would appreciate it. If there's anyone who's listening to this stream and just subscribed to the channel, let me know in the chat. I need to know. I need to know. Let me see. Yeah, we're at 8,111. We picked up a couple subscribers while streaming, but it could have been just my video that's all popping off right now. It's hard to say. The Colby Covington video is doing very well. Axel Fox is a new sub. Thank you. Subscribed and liked. Maybe do a small giveaway at 10K. Maybe. I'll think of something. Thank you, Axel Fox, for subscribing and helping the channel. I appreciate you guys. Do you think Jones would beat Ngannou, bro, at heavyweight? Yes. Yes, I do. Joey, what's so likely to happen is Jorge beats Gilbert Burns. Will he get a title shot? It's very possible. It's very, very possible. And we'll see. I hope that that doesn't come to fruition. Subscribed and liked. Okay, read that. Is Colby best win Masvidal? Yes, which is unfortunate. Favorite and least favorite fighter? Least favorite fighter. There's someone I was just saying the other day who I don't like, but I can't remember who it is now. But Jeremy Stevens, I hate Jeremy Stevens. And there's another Tony Kelly. I don't like Tony Kelly. I'm trying to think who else I don't know. There's not really like fighters I hate. There's not really fighters I straight up hate. Who else? Who else do I not like at all? I don't know. There was some that I was talking about the other day. I don't know. Colby lost to Warley Alves. Give Jeremiah Wells a title shot. Exactly. Prime Woodley was a dog, and he never gets enough credit. That is true. Colby did not almost get released. Such BS. Yeah, I think it's an over-exaggerated story, but it's possible. Colby hasn't beat a fighter coming off a win since Stun Gun. Really? That's crazy. Have you ever been to a live UFC event? I've been to 3. I went to UFC 244. I subbed. Thank you. If Nick Diaz came back against Adesanya, would he get lit up on the feet? He would literally die. Adesanya would wipe the floor with Nick Diaz. Oh my God, it'd be brutal. It'd be horrendous. It would be a really, really bad beating. A horrendous beating. It would be a life-altering beatdown. It'd be an arrestable offense. Oh, Amirkhani, that's it. Makwan Amirkhani. I hate Makwan Amirkhani. Dude beat up a dude and finished him. And what dude had a terminally ill father in the audience. He's still alive, by the way. That was news to me. But yeah, I hate Makwan Amirkhani. I went to UFC 285. It was awesome. Had a blast and won some parlays. Would have had one big had Valentina won. That's unfortunate for you, bro. That sucks. I can't give Colby credit for that Woodley win. That was a declining Woodley. Yeah, and also it wasn't impressive either. The only reason he got the finish is because Woodley injured his rib grappling at the end. Embarrassing. 100% embarrassing. My favorite fight was Shavkat versus Neal. That was an amazing fight. That delivered. Everyone was hyped for that. That delivered. That's crazy that it almost ended up on a fight night card. Imagine watching that as the co-main event on a fight night card. It would have been incredible. Bro, that's not his fault though, man. I don't care. I don't care if it's his fault or not. I still don't like him for it. You hate Weidman too? I don't hate him anymore. I forgive Weidman for what he did. To be quite honest. Yeah, so I 100% forgive Weidman. Yeah, after he got brutally KO'd so many times and then he snapped his own leg, I had to forgive him. But it's funny you guys remember that better than I do. It's funny you guys remember who I dislike more than I do. I'm trying to think who else don't I like. I don't know. I can't think of anyone really. Juliana Pena. I don't like Juliana Pena either. Volk Makhachev fight of the year so far? Probably. Best title fight of the year for sure. What fighters would you select to make the most entertaining press conference? Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz, Nick Diaz, Sean Strickland. We'll throw Adesanya in there just for the cringe factor. And we will throw Jamal Hill in there just for fun as well. You hate T-Wood? Ortega's a sucker? Is Dos Anjos never became injured, he might have beaten McGregor for the lightweight belt. I think he would have. I think Dos Anjos would have won against McGregor. So McGregor got lucky that Dos Anjos got injured and then lost his belt to Alvarez. Had Conor never lost to Nate, he might have never been double champion because he would have never got the Eddie Alvarez. Eddie Alvarez would have never beat Dos Anjos, and then Conor would have never beat Eddie Alvarez. Pena sucks for sure. McGregor had a lot of luck in his career, I hate to say it. He got the special treatment early on as well. My favorite fight was Shavkat. Okay, I already read that. There was probably more to Hamzat missing weight at 279. He had weighed perfectly for all his previous fights, but missed by 7.5 pounds. Didn't even try. Pretty sure there was more. There had to be more to that. For sure, there had to be more than that. But we'll never know truly, I don't think. I don't think we'll ever truly know. My favorite press conference moment was when Chael had a nasty line about Tito's ex-wife. I mean, sure. Was that a Bellator? Wasn't that a Bellator? That wasn't in the UFC, though, was it? I don't think so. Let me check something really quick. Boom, scrolled. McGregor had a lot of... Okay, what's Conor's career look like if he never fights Mayweather and makes all that dough? A lot more active, I think. What do you think Marty's best chance at being if he goes up to middleweight top 5? Who do you think's Marty's best chance at beating, I'm assuming you mean, if he goes up top 5? Let me take a look. Top 5 is hard for Kamaru. I think his best chance will be to outstrike Marvin Vettori. But yeah, I don't think he has any success in the top 5. He's losing to Paulo Costa, losing to Jared Cannonier most likely, losing to Whitaker, losing to Adesanya, losing to Alex Pereira. So it would be Vettori. He would beat Dreykus at number 6, but that's not in the top 5. I hate Paddy Pimblett after he said he dominated Jared Gordon when he clearly got dominated. I wouldn't say anyone got dominated in that fight, but I know what you mean. He clearly lost. Beat up the number 6 guy and left him in a pool of his own blood in his hometown. Sounds good to me. What current fighter would have the best chance to beat Khabib? We talked about that earlier. It's a tough one. That's a very tough one. It would have to be... It wouldn't happen, but it would have to be like Michael Chandler, stuffing takedowns and landing a KO shot early. But I don't really see anyone right now that's beating him. Beneil Dariush, maybe, but doubtful. I don't think Beneil Dariush would beat him. Woodley has a better resume than Kamaru Usman, just not as many title wins. Maybe, I don't know. I have to take a look at it. But yeah, Paddy after that Jared Gordon performance was just an embarrassment. An absolute embarrassment. Chandler with 2-7 record in UFC would still be like, I'm one of the best UFC fighters in the world. I'm one of the best lightweights in the world. Chandler's pretty good, but he does fight crazy. He does fight crazy. You know, so it's one of those things where you got to give him a little bit of leeway. I don't think people give him enough leeway because he does try to fight entertaining. And because he does that, he pays for it quite a bit. I feel bad for him a little bit, but at the same time, that's just the way he fights. Fight a little bit more intelligent then. But he puts on the entertainment for us, so I will give him that. I mean, he was super entertaining even in Bellator as well. Beneil Dariush has the best chance. Guy has dad strength. Yeah, maybe. Who's your favorite fighter? I don't know. I just have some favorite fighters. You know, I like Khamzat Chimaev, Charles Oliveira. Shavkat Rakhmonov has made his way up there as well. John Jones is my favorite fighter to watch of anyone. But that's who all these guys are, my favorite fighters to watch. So, there you go. Let me know in the chat, what is your guys' favorite fighter? Who's your favorite fighter? Put it in the chat right now. Every single person in here. What is your favorite fighter? Let me know. I'm curious. I am very, very curious. It'll be very interesting to see what it is. Let's see what everyone's saying. The Reaper. Kobe. I never heard of Kobe before. T-Rex. Islam Makhachev. Jones is my favorite fighter to watch, but definitely my favorite as a person. Favorite active or all time? Favorite active. Oh, I love Chito Vera as well. Islam, Dober, Wonderboy Thompson. Ew. My favorite fighters are Volkanovski, Yair. I can't wait for them to fight each other. Should be an absolute banger. Yair's up there in terms of favorite fighter to watch as well. Khamzat, Islam, Pereira, Triple C. Ooh, Triple C? Carlos Condit or Bobby Knuckles? Dude, Carlos Condit used to be one of my favorites to watch back in the day. Robbie Lawler is one of my all-time favorite fighters. Mighty Mouse or Charles. Yeah, Cheeto's up there on my list too. Colby Chaos and Triple C. Okay, you got very unique taste. Gaethje and Khamzat, Charles and GSP. All right, new question now. Type in the chat, who is your least favorite fighter? Who is your least favorite fighter? Let me know in the chat right this very second. I want to know everyone's least favorite fighter. I'm curious. Paddy Pimblett, Colby, Izzy. I'm curious. Paddy, Izzy, Cheeto, Khamzat, Moreno, and Cruz. That's your least favorite? I'm hoping you're behind, and you mean that's the ones you like. Jessica I, Connor, Usman, Colby. Triple C's videos are hilarious. Okay. Third Island Boy for O'Malley. Paddy for sure. Islam would beat him. Woodley, O'Malley, Israel Adesanya, Murakami. With me on the Murakami hate. McGregor, let's go Evil. Here we go Evil. Kai Kara France, Paddy, Molly. Why do you dislike Kai Kara France? Half of the women's roster. I hate Paddy and O'Malley. Yeah, I don't like Patty either. Add him into my hate list as well. The Last Decision Bender. Patty for being fake. Calvin Cater. That's so random. Someone's just going to throw out like a random name like, yeah, I hate Robbie Lawler. You know, also I don't really like for some reason. I don't really like Brendan Allen. I'm not a big fan of Brendan Allen. Dude's a cornball. Volkaster, the Islam fight. Dan Hooker's on my list of guys I don't like as well for the way he acted. For the way he acted like a straight up clown. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan at all. Jones for being a wife beater. William Knight. I know it's random, but I don't like Cater. I just can't put my finger on it. Why? I can't stand Allberg. Ngannou, Izzy, and Usman. I hate it when they were all champs. Fair enough. Puelles. Yeah, Puelles. Max Holloway, hate it. Alexander Hernandez. That's a random one. But yeah, he's kind of a clown. Aljo, too many lucky breaks. What happened to Hooker? Disappeared. He's injured right now. Any fighter who is cringe, I dislike. Usman, CCC, Aljo, Colby. I like that list. Brendan Allen surprised me against Andre Muniz, but I hate Brendan Allen. Yeah, Brendan Allen reminds me of like somebody from like Malibu's Most Wanted. He reminds me of Malibu's Most Wanted. Dude is just kind of corny. That's just the way it is, I guess. Joey, who's the most slugger in the UFC? I don't know what that means. Who's the most slugger? Tapology has Pettis as third most entertaining fighter of all time. That's crazy. Adesanya doesn't even react when other fighters win on his YouTube channel and falls asleep. Okay. I don't watch his YouTube channel. Ryan Hall, any fighter with the last name Nurmagomedov. That's a little broad. Nick Maximoff is also on my list of fighters I dislike. Dude's just an idiot. Not a big fan. Not a big fan at all. But Josh Koscheck was annoying. Yeah, I figured you had to be late. That list was too good to... Joey, who's your most mid fighter of all time in your opinion? This is going to sound crazy, and I've talked about this, and I've heard a lot of feedback on this. It's Conor. It's Conor in terms of his legacy of the sport. People act like his legacy is so great. Dude was hand-picked opponents to get his way to a title shot. Then he beat Jose Aldo in a fluky manner, but credit to him. Then he lost to a journeyman Nate Diaz, and he lost both fights in my opinion. Then he beat Eddie Alvarez, fair enough, but then he's gone on and he's just lost and lost and lost and lost and claimed victory every time and lost and lost and lost. So I think Conor has one of the most overinflated, overhyped careers of all time. I love watching Conor fight. He's one of my favorite fighters to watch fight. But one of the most overhyped careers of all time. His career isn't even good. And I thought that all the way through his rise and fall. And I was saying, what are people acting like this dude's some magical character? You know, I got to make a video on that one day. Because he's really not all that great. Really not all that great. And people act like he's got some amazing career. And he really doesn't. And he really doesn't at all. Guys, do me a favor. If you don't follow me on Twitter and Instagram, go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MMAJoeyC. I just put it in the chat at MMAJoeyC. I'm trying to get to 1,000 Twitter followers, guys. I've been tweeting out all my opinions a lot of the time. I got some good tweets making their way out of the Twitter. I tweeted last night, and this got a lot of attention apparently. Got 12,000 views. Got a bunch of likes and stuff. The fact Colby Covington can duck Khamzat Chimaev, Shavkat Rakhmonov, Bilal Muhammad, and then get a title shot while sitting out for over a year is the definition of Dana White privilege. So you guys are missing out on some good stuff. Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Eddie Alvarez is saying his fight was fixed. What fight was fixed? Conor has elite level counterpunching, but definitely got overrated quick. Yes, he did. I would, man. Yeah, if you don't got social media, no big deal. Appreciate the stream going for too long. We went for 2 hours and 34 minutes. Hey, man, I had a good time. Ask another question. Connor fight. Let's get this stream over 100 likes if we can. Let's get the stream over 100 likes before I go. I would greatly appreciate it. But I'll stick around for a few more minutes. Throw some questions in the chat. All right, here, I'll throw some questions out to you guys because apparently you guys like questions. Favorite MMA YouTube channels. Favorite MMA YouTube channels. Put it in the chat right now, every single one of you. Greatest cake in women's MMA? I don't know. Verna Janaroba. Eddie's fight was fixed with Connor? I don't think so. Aljo and Marab both get on my nerves. I found out they were bloods. I was like, oh my God, of course. Yeah, makes sense. Mine. Appreciate you guys. Now you're buttering me up over here. You're like, oh, yeah, your channel. Hey, I appreciate it. If I'm your favorite MMA YouTube channel, I appreciate it. You like the Weasel? DJ and Guru for over-the-top reactions. Joey and MMA Experts, probably Guru or MMA Hour. You and It's Not Cage Fighting, also MMA on Point. I never heard of It's Not Cage Fighting. You, Weasel, and James Lynch. That's crazy. Even to just be in your guys' favorites, I like to hear it. Pub Sports Radio. I've never really heard of that, I don't think. I feel like I vaguely have, but I don't know what it is. You, because you're fair and straight up, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Just a random question. I was curious. Guru MMA holes, okay. I found out that Aljamain and okay, that really upset me. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know why you worry about another man's life, but I'll take your word for it. I'm not the biggest Izzy fan, but I find his channel's breakdowns interesting. I've never watched them. I'm joking. Who likes the MMA holes? I don't know. I thought maybe you were on meth. Least favorite has to be Fight Night picks. Those guys give you major dork vibes. I don't think I've seen them before. Let me search them up. It sounds kind of familiar. They got decent thumbnails. 38K subs. Let's see what kind of views they're getting. They're not getting great views. And they got decent thumbnails too. And they're not even getting good views. So it doesn't look like anybody's enjoying them. Yeah, they're not getting good views at all. Do they do live streams? Yeah, they do stream. They're not getting good views at all. That's unfortunate. I mean, they're not getting horrible views. But I'm looking at 1K, 3.3K, 2.2. For their channel size, to be getting the same views as me, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. But I don't know. It's UK. It's 6 a.m. Stayed up for your show. That's crazy. Appreciate it. James Lynch is good or decent. Joey's fantasy lightweight matchup: Justin Gaethje versus Prime Pettis. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. I would also like to see. Let's see. That's a good one. That's a really good one. I'm trying to think of another one. They just pump out bland content. It's Not Cage Fighting. Good channel, but let me look that one up out of curiosity. It's Not Cage Fighting. Yeah, the thumbnails are horrible. So they don't even talk. They just do like little... Okay, they're not even doing anything. They're not really... I don't really consider them... I know they're MMA channel. But, yeah, they're not getting... They're getting okay views. Not great for the channel size. 60K subs, and this is the kind of views they're getting. Ugh, I hope that's not me one day. Authenticity sells. Appreciate it. I used to watch Chael and Weighing In. I since upgraded to channels like yours. Chael and Weighing In are horrible. I'm trying to think of another fantasy lightweight matchup. Prime Tony Ferguson versus Prime Justin Gaethje. We didn't really get to see that. I don't think that was Prime Tony. What time is it where I'm at? It's 2 a.m. Have you and Lucas Tracy DM'd one another? No. Why? It's a weird question to ask. Chael's worst channel of all time? Yeah, I don't like it. What time? Okay, read that. Pettis. Pettis is maybe the most overrated fighter of all time. I don't know about all that, but he's definitely overrated a bit. Brandon Vargas, thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. Why do we still not have over 100 likes? But thank you for the $2 super chat. Fantasy fight Pettis versus Condit at 170. I think Condit would win. Prime Condit at least. I'm assuming Prime Condit. I think Condit would win. Condit was very good striking. It's just the grappling deficiencies. They were very similar fighters in that respect. They just couldn't defend the takedown ever. Ever. Who do you got in Prime Barboza versus Fiziev? Fiziev probably. And Prime Lyoto versus Silva. Silva probably. Joe, who would win, Jamal Hill or Prime Rashad Evans? Jamal Hill. Pettis is overrated. He peaked way too early. Dude, he got wrecked by RDA in the title fight. Nobody was even picking RDA going into that fight. I picked RDA. Someone commented on my Colby Covington video. I really hope you don't say what this video's thumbnail suggests you're about to say. I've enjoyed your content. Dude, calm down. Calm down. But thank you, Brandon Vargas, again for the $2 donation. I greatly appreciate you, Brandon. After the Islam versus Volk fight, you got a lot of BS. Most MMA channels were biased towards Islam. Pissed us off. After the Islam, you got a lot of bullshit from most MMA channels who were biased towards Islam. What do you mean I got a lot of shit from most MMA channels? Who was talking shit? Fill me in. Fill me in. Who do you... Okay, yeah, you guys got... If another channel's talking shit, I don't watch other channels, so you got to fill me in on that. When we're doing these streams, you got to let me know. Pettis is overrated, peaked way too early. Even Old Glover won the belt. 2-5 is weak, okay. What do you think of MMA YouTubers trash talking about fighters on their channels while being scared to go to live events? I think that's some pussy stuff. I don't mind trash talking fighters. Doesn't bother me. Even I do it a little bit, but being scared to go to an event because of it, there ain't no man out there that's going to scare me off an event. Okay? Ever. What do you think about MMA Guru? He hates Dagestani fighters and uses extremely horrible language against them. I don't really think anything of him because I don't watch his channel. I think I seen people talking about the Twitter clip. There's a Twitter clip going around of him. That's what he's doing for attention. You guys have to realize that. He's doing it for attention. He's doing it because it gets views. So if you don't like it, don't watch it. That's the best advice I can give. If you enjoy it, then watch it. But yeah, it's definitely targeted for attention. You've been warned. I've been warned. Appreciate it. The community MMA is good, fellas. The community MMA is a good fellow. Look him up. The community MMA. Look him up. I'll look him up. 3,000 subs. I'm not really liking the thumbnails already. Thumbnails are horrible. Oh, the thumbnails are horrible. That's sad. These thumbnails are really bad. They're all the same. They're all the same. Yeah, this is bad. This is really bad. I don't know what the analysis is like or the thoughts are like, but the thumbnails are really bad. But I wish everyone success. So I hope he makes success. I'm wishing for everyone to get success. He's got 3K subscribers. That's not bad. I feel like I've occasionally seen this guy at some point. So, there you go. I looked that up. Most channels couldn't stop giving all the credit to Volk. You stood out to me because you were the only one saying Islam basically won every round. I mean, that's what I saw. It's what I saw. Yeah, but there was a lot of people pissed that I said that. There was a lot of people pissed in the comments. Yeah. Just curious because I saw your thumbnail. Do you really think it's white privilege? Just curious. Who do you think would win that fight? It's going to happen. I think Colby's pace and grinding is way too much. Right now, my early prediction is Colby. And I do think Colby's getting Dana White privilege, if you're familiar with the term, because he's done favors for Dana White. So he's getting a Dana White privilege that Tony Ferguson coined. No, you wasn't. You was the only one who, being fair, most other channels just chatting bullshit specifically while they're all higher drunk. Okay. I like Joey. Appreciate you. You should see his reaction to Islam winning against Charles. He went crazy and kept cursing Islam's kid. What a lowlife. Nice advice not to watch and pay attention. Yeah, that's it. If you don't like something, just don't watch it. You know, if you don't, I mean, like power slaps being forced down the throat from Dana White and the UFC social media. But for the most part, you can just avoid it. I don't watch any of that stuff. People will think I'm lying. Like, people call me a liar all the time. I say, I'm not watching any other MMA content, really. And that's pretty true, you know. I'll peruse around just to kind of make sure I'm kind of informed of what's going on in the MMA community, but I'm not watching. There's not a single MMA-related video that I've watched in its entirety, I don't think, in the last few years. If you guys have to think about it this way, and some people say, oh, you're a casual, blah, blah, blah. I don't even really watch the countdowns. I don't watch the embeddeds. Like, the last thing I'm doing is searching up MMA YouTubers and watching them. Because I get people saying, oh, you stole so-and-so's idea or opinion. I'm not even watching anyone. And I think most MMA content creators will tell you the same thing. They're not really watching stuff because it's just you're already doing enough. And you don't really want to watch that stuff. Some people probably watch it. Who would you say is best at MMA content outside of yourself? I wouldn't say myself is the best by any means. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still figuring out how to run a YouTube channel. So I would by no means say I'm the best. So I wouldn't even be in that conversation. I don't know. To be honest, I don't watch a whole lot of it. I watch close to nothing. I tune into some of James Lynch live streams. And that's it. That's really it. I'm trying to think what other MMA content do I even watch. I don't know. I don't even know. There's a couple other MMA YouTubers that I've jumped into their live streams, and that's it. I'm being dead serious. So I don't know who is the best. You know? People are always bringing up this guy or that guy. Oh, look, the Weasel thought so-and-so won. Yeah, I don't care who the Weasel thought. I never even watched the Weasel in my life. Barely. You know, that's a bit of an exaggeration to say I never watched in my life because I have seen a little bit of him, but you get the point. I'm not watching him. I don't remember the last time I seen one of his videos. And I don't care, to be honest, and that's nothing against him. That's nothing personal. How long do you think until someone dies or falls into a coma in power slap? I'll say 2 years. Who'd you pick in Chandler Hooker? I picked Hooker, unfortunately. Feeding Shavkat to Bilal should be a crime after the opponents he already faced in his last 3. Yeah, it is what it is, though. What's next for Usman? He either fight at middleweight or low-key should fight Hamzat at that weight. I think he should fight Bilal, maybe. And I know they're doing Bilal Shavkat probably. But I'd like the Bilal fight. Or I like the Hamzat fight as well. But Hamzat's moving up. So Jeff Neal makes sense. Do you feel people ended up giving Volk way too much credit, completely disregarding Islam, although he clearly won? Yes, because Volk exceeded expectations. That's why. Volk exceeded expectations, and that's why everyone was clicked. Like, people were saying Volk won. That was delusional. That was the most delusional take I've ever seen. People in my comments saying, Volk clearly won. What? In what universe? What are your thoughts on all the Dagestani fighters playing ping pong all the time? I never heard of it. Don't have any thoughts. If Jones beats Stipe, Francis has to come back to fight Jones. Otherwise, nah, he's not going to come back. Volk smashed his face. Okay. Islam did more damage, but okay. Just because it's not visible damage doesn't mean it isn't damage. Do you watch the MMA holes? No, I don't. I do not watch that. No. The UFC desperately wants to kill off Bilal. That's for sure. Nobody wants to see Francis box. To be honest, he made a mistake leaving the UFC. If he gets one big paycheck from boxing, he'll be all right. One big paycheck from boxing, he'll be all right. Power slap isn't dangerous in the short term, only long term. They don't got enough time for a death. They got a way to set it up. Okay. I'm sure you know. Volk is a beast. His stock is rising after that loss. Oh, for sure. But he might get brutally KO'd by Yair. Volk exceeding expectations, plus he ended the fight very strong. MMA fans are fickle. Exactly. Volk won based off damage. There's no argument that Volk won. Islam clearly won. And that's the end of it for sure. The fact that Volk was supposed to get destroyed early against Islam, according to popular opinion, he blew those expectations away. Exactly. And that's why people thought he won. Stipe getting a title shot at Stipe. Nobody wants to see that old washed up, out of prime Stipe get beat up by Jones. Agreed. But people want it because Stipe's the heavyweight goat. Fire department. What round did he win? You're wrong. You can make a case Islam won every round but round 5. So, go cry about it, buddy. Lynch actually wants to do an interview debate sometime soon with me regarding Islam's fan base. I am an Islam fan. Okay. That's awesome. Have fun with that. But guys, we've been here for long enough. You guys almost got 3 hours from it because I lost track of time just now. So, I appreciate you guys for joining me. Make sure to double check that you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're double checked and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Listen, how many channels are streaming right now? 2:30 a.m. on the East Coast time? Let's look it up real quick before I leave. Search UFC filter live. Let's see MMA. Let's see any MMA. Nope, there's no MMA channels. Oh. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing out there. See, so I'm the only one. I'm the only one out there streaming for you guys. Appreciate you guys joining me. Don't forget to like this stream. I will be back later. I hope the channel never changes after you're big. We'll see if it gets big. I hope it's big. I hope it gets big one day. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you for all the donations. Thank you for all the questions. Go watch. Do me a favor. I need you guys to do me a favor. Go watch my Colby Covington video if you haven't already. Here it is. I'll link it in the chat. Go watch that Colby Covington video. Like it, comment on it, boost it in the algorithm. It's already doing very well. It's got a bunch of comments. It's already getting good views. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I will see you guys later this week. There'll be more videos coming out tomorrow. And I'll talk to you then. Good night.